Did you guys hear about this female from The View? My producer gave this to me this morning, and it's interesting. Somebody needs to really get a hold of this female and help her before it's too late, because she really seemed to be losing it. And if any of those people around her care about her at all, from The View or the audience or her, I don't know if she married or not, her husband or somebody needs to help this woman before it's too late. Do what you want, but she's really tripping. This is from Grok. On June 16th, a Harvard graduate and teacher, Gabriel Hostin, got a trespassing ticket for jogging on the Metro North track in New Rochelle. This is from the New York Post. Oh, we don't have it.
Put your hands behind your back for a second. Hey, what's going on?
Tell them your mother is a federal prosecutor.
It's fine.
Are you arresting my son?
What do you mean?
What happens if you're like, oh, we need to write this?
Well, we have cameras everywhere. Normally, it's a misdemeanor charge. We're dumbing it down to a violation, okay? I know you're upset.
I'm a former federal prosecutor.
Yeah.
He knows. He's a Harvard grad who teaches fourth grade geometry to his kids.
God bless.
This is not a kid who's ever in trouble.
Oh, he is a graduate. He is a teacher, and she is a prosecutor. Oh, now we're not supposed to arrest your son for trespass or whatever they say you were doing, because I'm a former prosecutor. What? Talk about ego trip. According to the report, he was trespassing. And all these fake titles about what they do. And what is she doing there anyway? Why would a grown man, how did she get there? Did he call her? He called his mama? What? A grown man called his mama. There is telling me that he's 24. He's still grown. 24 is grown. And she's all up in there saving her baby. Somebody really, really needs to help this female before it's too late. Hostin does not have a sound mind. And I got proof. Previously on The View, while reacting to President Trump's indictment, Sonny Hostin declared, "No one is above the law." And in another episode, she replied against white, pretty, and tall. Watch this from X.
I mean, you can't commit so many crimes and think that you are above the law, even if you are the president. It's just how it works.
So it really is a celebration of the law.
It's a celebration of the law and how it applies to all of us. I do think that there is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege. And we have to acknowledge that.
Amazing. How about your baby, Sonny? Your baby, you want your baby to have privilege? 24 years old, and she going out there to help her baby. And it sounded like, I don't know because I wasn't there, and according to the story, it didn't sound like they were going to arrest him. They were like, you know what, you shouldn't be doing this. And because of time, here's another clip from The View with this crazy lady, Sonny Hostin, from X.
I have been discriminated against, and now I have to tell my children that they have less civil rights than I did when I was born.
That's true.
That is disgusting, despicable, and I am devastated.
Heaven is not earth, and man and woman are not God. So is it, if you're a Harvard graduate and you're black, do you have black privilege or white privilege? And she's so devastating. But yet, according to this report, her son graduated from Harvard, a white school, by the way. Did he get in there on DEI? By way of DEI? Or what? I suggest do what you want, but you, as an adult individual, man and woman, male or female, that you take control of your own life. Take back your life. So she's up there. I'm a former prosecutor, federal prosecutor. Well, she's out there, is she out there asking the police for privilege? Give the former prosecutor privilege? And if she get it, would that be black privilege or white privilege? Let me go to Lee out of New Jersey. Lee, happy White History Month.
Hey, happy White History Month to you.
Thank you, Lee. Amazing.
The reason why I was calling, I heard earlier when you were talking about Sonny Hostin, how he called his mother, but she's a legal expert. If you had a legal expert in your family and you thought you might be in trouble with the law, wouldn't you call the legal expert, whether it was your mom, your uncle, your aunt, or whatever?
Good question, Lee. I don't know. I would have to be in that situation.
So have you ever called on your family for advice
No.
in any way, shape, or form?
No.
Never.
Never.
Not throughout your life.
No. Have you?
I have, yes.
Amazing. And so you are you saying that this boy should have called him mama?
I'm just saying that if I had a legal expert and I might be in trouble with the law, I would call that legal expert no matter who it was.
But she was up there, according to the report, bragging about who she was and who he was.
That's what people do when they have achieved. All people do.
He's a Harvard teacher. I'm a former lawyer. How's that going to get you out of...
That's what people do when they have achieved. All people. Most people,
But why do people brag like that?
Because they think it's going to get them out of a ticket.
But why do people brag? It's not going to get them out of the ticket. It shouldn't.
Well, it probably would.
Why you say that?
Because I'll go to, his name is Stevenson. He's out of the Equal Justice in Alabama. He says...
There's no such thing as equal justice. That's a dummy.
Well, that's the name of his organization. I'm not saying whether it is or isn't. That's the name of his organization.
Oh, that's not a good name.
Well, that's the name they gave it. But anyway, he says it's easier to be convicted if you're poor and innocent than if you're rich and guilty.
Did you believe that?
I believe there's been some evidence of that, yes.
So you believe it?
I believe that there has been some evidence of people who were guilty and who happened to be rich that were able to pay for a pardon from our president. All of them, not just one.
Did you believe that gal Sonny when she said that no one is above the law, according to this report? In another previous episode, she rallied against whites, pretty and tall.
What she said, there is a pretty privilege.
And tall as privilege.
Yeah, she said there is a pretty privilege.
Is there a privilege to being white?
There might be, yes.
Is there?
I believe that in some cases, yes, there could be.
Is there?
Yes. I said in some cases, yes.
Give me proof that it's a privilege to being white.
I'm saying some people might get out of things if they're white, or might be treated differently if they're the same race as the person that is either hiring. Let's give that an example.
Give me a proof to being white is a privilege.
Okay. Okay. Let's say this. They did a study a few years back, and they said they would present a resume with a white name, and they would present a resume with a black name, and how often the black name was rejected and the white name was accepted, even with the same credentials. So that might be an example of white privilege.
That's not an example at all.
Why isn't it?
Because I wouldn't hire a black person with a black name That means
Why
that
not?
because that means that black person already hate white people, and if
No, they don't.
if I have white employees, that black name person is telling me in advance that
No, they don't.
they're going to be trouble in my company, and so I wouldn't hire a black name person because they're trying to. They're just like for white people trying to separate them with the name thing.
Put it this way: they didn't get. They
Would
didn't
you hire a black name
choose their
person?
name. I would hire a qualified person.
How about
no matter
a black
what their
name
name
person?
is. And I have.
How about a
I
black
would
name
if they're
person?
qualified.
I would
I've
not
hired
hire a
people who are
black name
qualified.
person
Well, then that's you.
because that person said, "I'm trouble for your company. I got a black
No,
name.
that's a lie.
I'm trying to
That's
get
a
away.
lie.
I'm trying to
You're
get
telling a
away
lie.
from why they have a black name there in America.
They didn't choose that name.
That don't
Their
matter.
parents chose it for them.
That means
Their
they have
parents
crazy.
chose it for them.
That means they have crazy parents. So if the parents are crazy, the children are going to be crazy.
That's not necessarily true.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
Where's your evidence?
Good parents cannot raise bad children. And a good parent,
Good parents cannot raise bad children.
good parents would not have a black name if they're born and raised in America.
The child can choose a different path than their parents. So
What do you mean
you're
by
saying
that?
I mean that a child, no matter what their name is, can choose a different path than their parents.
What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that if their parents are bad, they don't have to be bad.
But they are.
Where's your evidence of that?
Show me a good bad parent and now the children are good.
I don't know. I don't know a good
I
parent
rest
who's
my
got bad.
case.
No, but what I'm saying is that I don't know. I think J.D. Vance says he was raised by his grandparents. His parents weren't the best.
And you think
He
JD
turned out okay.
you think JD
Seems
is a
like-
good guy?
I think he turned out to be vice president.
Is he a good guy?
Trump likes him. He seems good to me.
And what's good about him?
He made it to be vice president. He went to some good
So
schools,
becoming a vice
and he
president,
accomplished something.
being a vice
he accomplished-
president made you good?
I
That doesn't make
actually
any
think-
sense.
No. I actually think the last vice president was better than
What's
him. my
good
opinion.
about JD Vance?
Is that he achieved some things in life in spite of his upbringing and his parents.
So you think achieving things make you good in spite of your upbringing?
No, I think he's done some good things. He's
What
done some
is
good things for the
good
country.
about JD Vance, Lee?
Well, what? Okay, I said what I thought was good. What do you think is bad about him? if you
Lee,
think
what's
he's
good
bad?
about JD Vance?
I told you what I thought was good.
How is that good?
Because he's living his life, he's caring for his family, and he's serving the country.
That's just a job, though. How does that make him good?
Serving the country, he didn't have to choose that. He was a rich man.
How does that make him good?
Because he stepped down from a very lucrative career to take one
That's not
where
good,
he can
Lee.
serve. It is.
Your
like
job
somebody-
your job doesn't make you a good person at all.
Well, I'm saying that I believe he's done some good things, and you have to tell me what
what's
you
a
think
good
is
thing
bad.
he's done?
I said what I said.
So are you saying that what he does is good or that he is good?
I'm saying that he's done some good things. I think he's a good person. I don't see anything he's done that's
Are
necessarily
you saying
bad.
that
except for
what
a couple
he's
things.
done is good or he is good?
I think he seems like a good person. That's what I said.
And so you think he is good?
I said he seems like a good person.
And what's a
based
good
on
person?
what I've seen.
What's a good
Based
person?
on what I've seen. They care for their fellow man, they care for themselves, and they care for their family.
So what is good? What's a good person?
I just said what I thought was a good person.
Amazing. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate it. Fox News has reported that Alexandria Cortez is facing backlash after critics accuse her of putting on a new accents while speaking at a campaign in Memphis.
And the efforts that it took For them to get to that moment, we must double as we descend here on Memphis to organize and care for our brothers and sisters. We cannot afford to leave Tennessee behind. We cannot afford to leave Kentucky behind, Alabama behind, Mississippi behind, Georgia behind, South Carolina behind. There is no country when we are split apart. About a month or two ago, we were in Montgomery, Alabama. Sister Presley and I were in Montgomery, Alabama. And one of the things that we said was that it is time for the North to roll up to the South. We will not be chased out of places anymore, brothers and sisters. It is going to take all of us together, rejecting the separation, for us to organize and speak life into one another, because we will see the day where we will turn the crooked path straight, Memphis.
Always love my mama. She's my favorite girl. What a mess. Earth is not heaven. Why don't you lay your weapon down? Because you're not getting anywhere with all this mess. It's getting worse. Think about the fights you've been involved in already. Did things get better? And the black people, they just applauding, yeah, because she's calling them brothers and sisters and speaking like the homies, not meaning any of it. And it reminded me of like when Hillary Clinton spoke to at a black church. I don't feel no ways charged. I feel like going on. And the black went, yes, praise the Lord, sister. And then when Obama went and spoke to the black churches and black people during his little campaign, all the blackness came out. And then when he left, he went back to his whiteness. What a mess. Here's this gal, Alexandria Cortez, using what appears to be her regular accents at a rally in Michigan for an Egyptian, so-called American, running for Senate. This is the post-millennium.
We are here because in November, Democrats have to win a majority in Congress. We have to win a majority in the House, and we have to win a majority in the Senate. And we need a firewall against an administration that is hell-bent on tearing down in 4 years what it took this country 250 years to build.
What a mess. It's amazing how human nature loves its feelings. You actually believe that feelings are good. You think, oh my God, I am somebody. I do have a life. I have feelings. See how your feelings are being motivated right there? You all wrapped up in your feelings. She loud, speaking all loud and carried on, and you're feeling good about it, and now you vote for her or whomever she's promoting. Because you're into feelings. In God, in truth, in real life, there are no feelings. Feelings are of your father, the devil. And feelings are always an illusion. And feelings are always false identities. You got to overcome the feelings, folks. Overcome the thoughts, you will overcome the feelings. Why do you love your feelings so much? You love your feelings, and you call feelings life. Oh, I am somebody. I feel like going on. I feel I am somebody. I feel angry. And you love the feelings of anger. Why? You love the feelings of fear. Oh, I feel afraid. Good. I am somebody. I'm alive. You call feelings life. Think about that. You call feelings life. And you think because you feel something that you are alive. You are somebody. I want you to know feelings, first of all, they're illusions because they come from the imagination. And you can't even have the feelings unless you have the thoughts first. Try to have a feeling without a thought and see what happens. I think I hate you. Now you feel hate. I think I'm not worthy. And now you feel unworthy. I think I'm not better than, I'm less than everyone else. Now you feel less than. I think I'm going to go out and make myself as equal or better as anyone else. Now you're trying to make yourself better. And none of those things work. You're never going to be better than anyone or less than anyone. It's just a feeling, a false sense of life. It's an illusion. Why do you love your feelings? And you hold on to those feelings too. I've told people over and suggested over and over and over and over and over again for like 36 years now or more, give or take. Stop being angry. I'm only telling you what Christ said. Stop being angry. Love and don't hate. And love is not a feeling, but you're afraid not to have a feelings. You're afraid to live a life without feeling because you think that you're going to lose your identity. Who will I be if I don't feel this or feel that? I'm going to be a robot, you say, if I don't feel something. Life is not a feeling. What you don't know because you're so addicted to feelings that there's a real life. There's true life. And if you were to give up feelings by overcoming thoughts, the feeling of anger, resentment, depression, the lack of love, worry, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, doubt, false faith, all that would disappear. And you would truly have life, everlasting life, every moment of your life. You will have life. And it would be without feelings. And it would be amazing. It would be the real deal. But you won't let the feelings go. People are so crazy, they say, well, anger is my defense. How would I defend myself if I don't have anger? If I don't argue with someone? If I don't have feeling? If I don't have fear, then someone can hurt me, you think. It's because of feeling you're being hurt. I feel hurt. I feel good. I feel better. I feel this and I feel that. What's wrong with you? I suggest to people that, hey, lay your weapon down. Become a doormat. Don't protect the ego life, the ego feelings at all. And you see that they were never real, but you won't even give it a chance. They are hurting my feelings. They are disrespecting me, you say. And who are you talking about? Are you talking about your name? Your job? Your children? Who are you talking about? It's been said, if you really, think about this, and then I'll get you some calls. It's been said that if you really, in order to have a life, you got to lay down a life. You got to lay down this false life of thoughts and feelings. You got to give it up. You got to let it go. And then all illusion will fade away. But you got to be willing to let the light come and take it away from you. Shaking in your boots. You got to shake. You got to sit on that rock in the midst of the fog thoughts and let the light come through and wipe away the fog, thoughts, and feelings, and you shall be free. Not that you might be free, you will be free. But as long as you're into those emotions, which are not your own, by the way, you're going to think that there's someone there to defend, someone there to protect. What a sad way to live, huh? There's a real life out there, folks. It's inside of you, though. A real life. And it comes from above, not from below. This ego life comes from below. Your anger, your resentment, your judgment, your revenge, your gossiping, your loneliness, your stress. That's from below. When you believe in that, you and the devil are one. You are the devil. Have you noticed that human beings are the devil? Look how they treat each other. Look how they treat themselves. All for the thrill of it. And they call it life. Oh, good. I feel like life. I'm gossiping about someone. I feel good. They get a thrill. And they call it life. Salvation, freedom, whatever you want to call it, is of the heart. In the beginning, there was the law. And the law was God. And the law was of God. In the beginning, then the law was made flesh. God is the law, and his laws been put into your hearts. Keep my commandment, Christ said. Christ, what can I do to enter into the kingdom? He didn't say confess Jesus as your Lord and Savior, believe he died and rose again, and blah, 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 I'll be saved. Jesus didn't say that. He said, pick up your cross and follow me. Forgive. Love God first and only, with no one else or anything else. And then love your enemy. And you shall enter into the kingdom of the heart. He said it, but you won't do that simple thing. You rather believe a lie that there's some other stuff you have to do, and you never find it. He said the kingdom is at hand. And he said, when they tell you to look over there for the kingdom, look over yonder, look to the left, look to the right, don't do it. But look within. And you look everywhere but within. What the? Because some stupid physical teacher tell you, it's this way, it's that way, it's over there, read this book, read that book. And the author of the books were right. The author of the book is just an author of a book. And you believe it. And you stay miserable. And you stay emotional. And then you make up excuses. All you gotta do is love. And you don't love because you can't love. We are not capable of loving ourselves. The love comes from above. And it makes a home in the heart. And it renews our minds. And gives us a clearer mind. A heart filled with love. Because now you have understanding. But do what you want. But those men and women who are truly working on themselves around the world, you stay with it. Just stay with it. Sit there on that rock until the fog clear up and you will see the right way to go. And don't be mad at other people. Don't try to convince anyone. Don't try to save anyone. You can't save yourself, so you definitely can't save anyone else. You can't save yourself. Give up. Literally nothing you can do. Let go and let the light come in. That's what the silent prayer is about, letting go. Become the observer. Sit at the gate and wait for the truth to come in. Wait for Christ to come through the gate. Really. You can read all the books you want, quote all the scriptures you want, and shout and hoop and holler and carry on. You can even go to Africa and feed the hunger. You can lay hands on the sick. You do all that. You can call yourself a prophet, a prophetess, whatever the female call themselves. And Christ's going to say, get away from me. I never knew you. You didn't love God. You didn't love your enemy. You didn't love your brother, your sister. But Christ, I prophesied. Christ, I went out in the world and told everybody about you. I healed the sick. I I went down to the downtown and I fed the hunger. Christ gonna say, get away from me, I never knew you. But I confess you as my Lord and Savior. I worship Mother Mary. I prayed to Mary and prayed for the saint. Get away from me, I never knew you. Because you didn't love God and you didn't love your neighbor. What a sad way to live. JD, it's White History Month. Apparently, JD made a baby that came during White History Month, helping to make babies. I wonder, did JD Vance hear that we need white babies? So since JD is white and his wife is colored, is this going to be a white baby or colored white baby or white colored baby? I'm confused. AP News, Vice President JD and his wife on Sunday announced the birth of their fourth child, the firstborn to a senior vice president in more than 150 years. Watch this.
J.D. Vance stated, "We are excited to announce that our baby boy, Alec Neil Vance, was born this morning. Usha and the baby are happy and healthy, and our kids are overjoyed to meet their little brother. The incredible military doctors and staff members of Walter Reed Medical Center and the White House Medical Unit have been a blessing. We are deeply thankful for all they have done for our family." And it looks like a J.D. Vance signature thing. Vice President of the United States.
That's from X. So is JD white?
JD is white.
He looked like he mixed with something.
I know.
But he's not, right?
He has a birth defect where he has like double eyelashes. So that's why people think that he wears eyeliner, but he has literally double eyelashes.
Oh, okay.
Twice as many as the rest of us.
But he is white.
He is white. And there's a picture of his beautiful white baby boy
and
with his mixed older siblings.
Is his first child boy or girl?
Boy.
A boy, his first child?
Yep.
Right on, JD.
Hey.
Not only are you making white babies in July, you alpha male as far as babies.
And half or more of his 4 children are given white Christian names, I will add.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. And President Trump.
And they're being raised Christian, by the way.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
That gal, is she becoming a Christian, his wife?
I think she's just going to stay Hindu. So what happened was they were both college people who weren't really religious, and then they became religious afterwards, I guess. So he became more serious to how he was raised, and she to how she was raised.
So now that she's got another baby, she's still going to be traveling around with JD in the cold snow with the children on the hip?
Probably. She's a lawyer, I think, or something.
President Trump shared a photo of 2 of JD's children and the new baby from CBS.
Oh, yeah. There's a nice picture. Congratulations.
Oh, that's it right there?
Yep.
That's from the Trump.
Trump posted it with and it says, congratulations, a perfect baby boy for the wonderful Vance family.
Oh, I saw this picture right now, but I didn't realize that's what that was.
He posted it on Truth Social.
That's the new baby, huh?
Yeah, and so you see a little baby on his brother's, looks like a mixed kid's lap, and then the big sister, and then I guess the oldest boy is not in the picture.
How old is the oldest one?
Well, he's age 9. Ewan, E-W-A-N, Ewan Blaine, born in 2017, age 9.
Oh, that's him right there?
No, I think that's Vivek.
Oh, that's Vivek's boy?
I'm assuming that's Vivek, who is age 6.
That's Vivek that's running for mayor of Ohio?
Not to be confused with Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh, amazing.
I can see a resemblance.
I recommend y'all contact Truth Social and tell the Great White Hope to declare July White History Month. if you send enough things to him, he might do it.
Yep.
Um,
The girl is Mirabelle Rose, age 4.
oh,
I know you were asking.
what I ask?
I was kidding.
Some some SU users claim a June 26th clip from J.D. Vance touching his wife on the knee. And according to the report, they said it looked like she didn't like it, according to her facial expression. This is from X.
That's right. Today's special reader is my husband, Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance. Thanks for joining us today, honey.
Of course. Good to see you.
Thanks for joining us today, honey.
Of course. Good to see you. Of course. Good to see you.
Oh, gosh. Stop it.
Look at that fake grin on her face. That grin is definitely fake. That was not a real grin. When did it become popular for men, whether they're preaching men or whatever, they carry their wives around them with them everywhere? It used to not be that way. In the good old days, men left their wives at home with the children.
Yeah. You hardly knew they even had a wife.
Right.
Or kids.
Right. And now they haul them all around. The fat as a pig because she look like she's pregnant. And does she have a TV show or something?
I thought she was lean for a pregnant gal.
No,
but you could tell she was pregnant, that's for sure.
She look like she has no business sitting up holding something out. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Yeah, she has a podcast.
See there?
For helping kids to read, and it's like educational podcast for the kids.
What a mess.
She thinks she's Nancy Reagan.
She got to be seen. I told you, educated women do not make for good wives and mothers. They do not.
I think it's because to appeal to the female voters, because female voters get their hearts melt when they see a man with his wife and kids.
Oh, Lord. Feelings. What do you think about feelings?
I feel like I like feelings, kind of. I'm shaking my head.
Why do you like feelings? They're not real. Does it make you feel like feel like life? Like, yeah, I am somebody that feels good?
I suppose so.
Why do you like feelings?
Because just call me Kamala Harris. It just feels good.
Do you know that that's not life?
I feel like I sort of catch your drift.
What do you mean?
In that it's chasing them is kind of counterproductive to life. Chasing feelings.
Yeah.
Is counterproductive to life.
It is. What's your impression of life? You like feeling, you like feelings?
When they feel good. No, it's their lies.
But you like them? You like the feelings?
I said no, they're lies.
Both good and bad?
Yeah.
So why don't you let them go?
I do when I remember.
I hate not gonna let his go. He like them. Do you think feelings is life?
A little bit. Yeah.
And why do you think that?
It's so lifelike feeling.
I want to show you what feelings can do for you.
Okay.
From the New York Post. This Hall of Famer receiver, a guy by the name of Jerry Rice, attempted to chase down a heckler who yelled, "Foe!" after he swung during the American Century Championship.
Four.
This is from X.
Hey, yo, hey.
Oh, go get him, Jerry. Go get him, Jerry. Go get him, Jerry. Which one?
Is it him?
You tell him, Jerry. See how feelings are plotting feelings, and that guy's so out of wrong for going up there and being all upset and going yelling at what looked like some kid. I don't know if that was him or not, but see what feelings can do for you? This guy's 63 years old. A guy by the name of Jerry Rice.
I remember that name.
You still like feelings?
No, not to where it makes you go out, deviate from your path.
All feelings will do that. Feelings are not life. Back in a moment. Let me go to first-time caller, Michelle, out of Texas. Michelle, you are on the air.
Hi, good morning, Jesse.
Good morning, Michelle. Happy White History Month.
Happy White History Month.
Thank you.
I wanted advice on my marriage.
Okay.
So I got married to someone who doesn't have legal status here in the U.S., thinking that once we're married, I'll be able to apply for him through me because I am a citizen. And so we got married, we went to the lawyer, but it's been a little bit complicated and they're not giving us answers. But what bothers me is that my husband is not taking initiative to want to look for more lawyers, look for different opinions. And so it's gotten to the point where I have to kind of like threaten him or say, like, if you don't do this, then just not stay in my apartment because obviously the apartment is under my name.
Michelle.
The car's on.
Michelle.
Yes?
Are you on a Bluetooth or something?
No, but
Okay.
I can try putting you on speaker.
No.
Maybe that'll be.
Just stay close to your phone because it's not clear as what you're saying. It sounds a little muffled like.
Okay, I'm going to try to speak clear.
Okay, so you're married to an illegal. You married him to hoping that he would get legal citizenship because you are legal.
Well, the reason I married him is because I just saw the opportunity to marry a good man. And then it just so happened that, oh, well, if I'm marrying him, he could fix his papers, and it was all just going to work out.
Okay.
So we got married, but then when we went to the lawyer, they haven't really given us an answer, and we're struggling to find the yes to get his status. But what bothers me is that my husband is being weak and not really taking initiative to look for more lawyers or to speed up the process. If he doesn't get an answer, he'll just wait and doesn't do anything about it. And so after a while, that frustrated me because I don't like being with someone who's not legal and he's not taking initiative. So I got to the point where I have to kind of threaten him, like, hey, if you don't go out today and look for another lawyer, you cannot come back to my apartment because it's under my name. And I don't want him to sleep here. I don't want him to use my cars. And it's caused a lot of tension in our marriage. And so my question is, do I stay with this weak husband or do I stop threatening him or what do I do? Because I don't like being married to someone who's not legal. It doesn't feel good and I don't feel safe. But he's not taking initiative.
Why did you marry illegal?
I didn't think too much. I just thought, well, if we get married, I'll be able to fix him. And he was a good man, so I thought, it'll just work out.
You still think he's a good man?
No, because he's being weak. He's just at home on his phone, where if I were him, I would have been looking for more lawyers, doing more things, trying to fix my status to become a lawful citizen.
And so, how old are you?
I'm 30.
And how old is he?
He's 31, and I'm expecting a baby girl in December.
Really? So you're pregnant by him?
Yep.
Amazing. Well, do you understand now that Satan caused you to make the wrong decision by marrying an illegal alien, and so you brought all this trouble upon yourself?
Yes, I didn't think too much that it was a bad idea to marry an illegal because
Why not?
Because since I'm a citizen, I thought as soon as we're married, I can fix him through me.
And see, women think they can fix men. You can't even fix yourself. How can you fix someone else?
I guess because I thought this was more like practical stuff rather than spiritual.
And where did you get those thoughts from that you should marry an illegal alien and you're going to fix him? Where do you get that from?
I guess now it was the devil. It really felt like
100%.
It was a logical thing. Yeah, it felt logical at the time.
But God would never tell you to marry an illegal alien, bring all these problems on yourself.
Yeah, that's so true.
And so here's what I recommend. Now that you're in this situation, you need to see your way out of it. Stay away from anger. Don't resent yourself and don't resent him.
Okay.
And then if you see clearly what to do, then do that. If he's not making any effort to become legal and he's not doing anything, I don't know why you want to stay with someone like that and keep and create all these problems for yourself, because the situation will get worse and not better. It's not even from God anyway.
I have a question. He's making some effort, but not as fast as I would like it. Do I keep on pushing him to do it, or do I just sit back and let him take very slow effort, and I just hold in that?
You definitely need to back off and let him handle it, because he might not want to handle it. He may not want to stay. He may not this or that. Is he working?
He's working. He receives cash, obviously. So we were living at my parents' for 6 months when we got married, and I told him I want my own roof, so he got an apartment and he's paying for everything.
So you married an illegal alien, and you and your illegal alien stayed at your mama's house?
Yes.
What a mess!
I know. I was like, it's fine until he gets us out of here. Like, he gets his legal status, because we didn't think it would take that long. We thought it would take a couple months, but that never happened. And eventually I got fed up being at my parents. I said, I want my own roof, cornbread and water, like you say. So, but I had to threaten him. I said, if you don't do that, I'm getting my own job and I'm leaving. And so I had to push him I had to say that for him to go out and get an apartment. And now I feel like the same thing. I have to threaten him that he cannot sleep in my apartment if he doesn't go out and look for some lawyers or do something, because it's been a month. He hadn't done it. He hadn't put any effort. He's just been waiting on one lawyer that's willing to wait, but that's all. He didn't look for other opinions.
Will you be okay if he left, if you had to let him go?
I'll be okay. I'll get a job and I'll live on my own and then find a daycare for when the baby's born.
Oh, okay. Is it true that if he enter illegally, he may have to leave the country for 3 to 10 years?
I'm fine with that.
Oh, okay.
That's another question. Like if that has to happen, I'm fine with living. I'm even fine if he wants to self-deport himself right now and live in Mexico if he doesn't want to. But I'm fine living wherever, because I don't.
Is it possible he might want to go back home anyway, but he just can't tell you that?
He says he wants to stay here and fix his status.
Oh, okay. Well, you stay away from the anger so you can see your way out of the situation. Don't get angry. And you may have to put him out. You may have to do what you got to do, but don't judge him or yourself, and the light will show you how to deal with it. You will see your way out of the situation.
So is it okay if I tell him that if he's not putting effort, that he doesn't have to come back and sleep in my apartment under my name?
Absolutely.
But even though he's paying for it, should I get a job and start paying for it myself?
Well, if you can't, I don't know, because I don't know your financial situation or what. That's why I want you to stay calm, and so that the light will show you exactly how to do it. If you have to put him out, you would do it. If you have to get a job, it will all happen naturally, but you got to not be angry, emotional about it at all.
One other question. Is it okay to not want to cook for him or clean for him just because he's not putting an effort? So I say, well, you make your own food.
And so even though he's illegal, he's not moving fast enough for you, you're saying that he got you an apartment, right?
Yeah, it's under my name, so he's paying for it.
And he's paying the bills, am I right?
Right.
So he feeds you, he houses you, and all that, right?
Yes. I also use WIC, which is assistance from the government to feed myself because I'm pregnant. But yes, he'll buy food if needed.
So you get government support as well?
For food.
It sounds like you need to calm down and not overreact to the situation, because you went from listening to the devil, you got in the situation, and now the devil is trying to tell you how to get out of the situation, which is only creating another problem for you.
Okay.
But hold on 1 minute, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let me go quickly back to Michelle. So Michelle, out of Texas. Michelle?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So I do recommend that you not make haste decisions. Don't make them listen to thoughts, all right? Because it's all like you want him to move a little faster and all that kind of stuff. And in feeling that way, you may end up making you will end up making another wrong decision. I would just kind of let him know he needs to get his thing done, and then just have a kind of a wait and see, especially if he's paying the bills and he's taking care of you. Maybe he knows something about this situation that you don't know yet. The anchor baby was telling me that, tell her what you told me about the law.
Well, I don't know the details of your situation, but depending, and you don't have to say, but depending on how he came in, I know this from family, and I was actually looking up on USCIS. Depending on how he came in, if he came in illegally, he may have to pay for that, either by a temporary ban, living outside of the country, and it could be years. I don't know if that's, you guys have talked to lawyers, and they maybe said that already, and he's dragging his feet because of that. Oh, I don't want to have to leave the country and basically prove to the U.S. that I'm sorry, and then, come in through the right way and all that. But that may be part of the reason why he's dragging his feet. I just don't know the details, but it seems like those are the options here. Like he might have to leave and you either go with him or you stay or something.
But in the meantime, don't overreact so you can see exactly what to do. Have a wait and see one day at a time, and don't get mad at him. And don't you be angry at yourself, and it'll all turn out well for you if you stay calm.
Okay, I will go ahead and do that. I was very much in my thoughts about trying to control the situation by threatening him and telling him to speed up, but I'll just back off and have a wait and see.
Absolutely. You see how those thoughts have already deceived you. They told you, oh, this is a good man. They told you, marry this good man. He's an illegal alien. And they told you to do that, and you see how that turned out. And now they're telling you to put pressure. Oh, then they thought to you can save him, you can fix him. And now they're telling you, oh, no, it didn't go that way. Put pressure on him to hurry up and do something. All kinds of stuff. You listen to the devil when you do those things. Have a wait and see now.
Okay, I'll have a wait and see. I'll probably be calling back later.
Okay. I wish you well. I wish you well with it, and but be careful and have a wait and see.
Okay, will do. Thank you so much, and hope you guys have a nice day.
You too, Michelle. I wish you well.
Thank you.
All right. Law enforcement who are doing their jobs to pick up the criminals and deport them back to wherever they came from. And the thoughts are telling you to go out there and fight them. And then you get in trouble. Why would you create thought that would make you do something so foolish as that? Or why would you allow someone else to influence you to go and do crazy like that? You listen to their thoughts. They're using you for personal gain. And you think that you're out there because you want to be out there messing with ICE. Getting in the way of the law, and the law wins, and then you blame the law that you lost. Like this crazy guy from the New York Post. According to the New York Post, this guy is a U.S. Army, a former U.S. Army soldier, and a National Guard. And according to the New York Post, he set off fire in New York. What? This is from ABC News.
Tonight, a federal investigation into this terrifying scene in New York City. Video from witnesses showing a man pouring a liquid outside a federal building home to an immigration and customs office, igniting a massive blaze.
To actually witness it was definitely alarming.
Investigators say the suspect ignited an apparent bundle of fireworks, fired an airsoft rifle, and lit this fire in an incident that injured 3 people this morning. You can see him lobbing something towards the entrance before he is tackled. Other angles show a scuffle with officers, some with weapons drawn, emerging from the smoky entrance, then escorting the suspect in all black and handcuffed away. The FBI identifying the suspect as 43-year-old Andrew Arabaka.
He did say he was targeting the building and he was okay if he hurt or killed people going in and out of the building.
Amazing. The same thoughts and emotion that caused that guy, according to the report, to do that, that's the same thought and emotion that makes you think somebody else can hurt you. Somebody is against you. It's the same thing, it's no different. The thoughts, any anger, emotion that came as a result of thought, if this is true that this guy did that, it made him do it. Because he listened to angry other people that said, hey, ICE is bad. When will you know and see clearly that there is no you there to be hurt? Whatever other people do, they do it to themselves. They're not doing it to you. Oh, you hurt my feelings. My husband or my wife left me, you say. My husband or my wife cheated on me. How can somebody cheat on you if there's no you to cheat on? The cheater is doing it to themselves. Amazing story from the New York Post, ABC News. They're alleging that this guy did this. Alleging. But it's the same thought, if it's true. And when you believe thoughts, you are separated from the light. And no one can convince you that you're in your mind. You're wrong, you're lost. It's not true, it's not true. It's like a man goes out to work, and every day he normally get home around 5:30 or 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then one day, he has to work a little overtime. So he gets home around, instead of 5:30 or 6, he gets home at 6:30. 6:30, right? And he walks in, and the wife looking at him all crazy, already mad, thoughts running through her head like nothing going, no, he's late today. Normally he's home. Where is he? He didn't even call and tell me that he's going to be late. Why he didn't tell me? Now she ticked, believing all lies. And the lies has worked her emotions from 6 to 7. Or 6:30 until 7. And the husband walks in, where you been? Oh, I had to work a little late. Why you didn't call me? Because you're not my mama. I was worried about you. Lying. You were nosy about me. You weren't worried about me. You were nosy about me. And you're lying and saying you were lazy. I mean, worried. Because when you're in your mind, you make up all kinds of lies. You should have called me. I don't have to call you. I'm grown. I'm the head of you. Why do I need to call you to say I'm a little late? If anything happened, there's nothing you can do about it anyway. But the mind worked on her and told her every kind of possibilities, except good ones. The thought didn't say to her, you know what? He's just working overtime. Oh, don't you worry about it. Have a wait and see. You're cheating on me. And the man like, no, I'm not cheating on you. I worked overtime today. And he cannot convince her that what she's been thinking of for the last 10 minutes, 45 minutes is not true. So he just walk away, okay, think whatever you want. I'm going to bed. Because he sees that he can't convince her. You cannot convince a thought think that they're wrong. It's a waste of time. You cannot convince a thought thinker that he or she is wrong. And so never try. Because if you do convince them that they're wrong, they're going to do it again. And now you got to convince them again. Let them suffer in their misery. And maybe they will see that they're wrong and you don't have to think about it anymore. But if you try to convince them, they'll finally say they believe it after you lick boots. And then 2 or 3 months down the road, you come in late again, or later than you normally come in, get in, they're going to be in the same funk again. Because Satan got them again. They didn't see that they were wrong. So the same spirit that, if this is true about this guy setting this fire to the ICE office there in New York, it's the same spirit that caused you to think that somebody else is hurting you. Something is wrong with you to think that somebody else can hurt you. How come you don't see something wrong with that? How can somebody outside of you hurt you? The FBI is currently investigating the motive from ABC News.
Are you investigating this as a possible act of terrorism?
We're collecting the evidence, and we know there were anti-government and anti-American statements made.
Investigators in hazmat suits now combing through the aftermath, recovering, the FBI says, axes, a machete, knives, and a cart with a sign reading "ICE off our streets," as tensions have flared near ICE facilities nationwide.
Investigators say the suspect is a U.S. Army veteran who has had several encounters with law enforcement, but nothing to this degree. Charges are still being determined.
So she asked him, are you investigating a terrorist, possible terrorist thing? Well, he did yell some anti-American, anti-something thing. If he yelled against America, it's terrorism, if this is true. So Derek is asking me, LOL, it's not okay to update your worried wife. If you ever try to update your worried wife, you just set up hell for the rest of your life in that marriage. No, let her suffer the misery so she can get over it. You're not responsible for her worries. There is this guy down in Mississippi. Some of you may have heard about this story. Some guy down in Mississippi, a black guy, according to the report, ABC and others, went out on a boat. One black guy, according to the report, went out on a boat with 3 white guys. They were all friends, according to the report. And they went out on a little boat ride. And according to the story, the 3 white guys came back. And the black guy did not return. And they were like, oh, I don't know what happened to him. We don't know. And according to the report, they sent someone out looking for him. And they found the body of this guy. His name was Nolan. And they found his body. And now the race hustlers are having a field day. Really, they're having a field day. These kinds of things and things like this happen to black people all the time. Not necessarily the boat thing, but they kill each other all the time. You don't see these race hustlers showing up. They're not all upset, my baby, you're killing our children. 22,000, according to the report from the FBI, since 2024, black on black. Those are not your children? Why are you not upset about that? Why that's not in the news? Something strange is happening. Something strange is happening. ABC News is saying that families and friends of that Mississippi teenager Nolan gathered on Monday for his funeral in his hometown. This is from ABC News.
A $100,000 reward is now being offered for answers after the mysterious death of Mississippi teenager Nolan Wells. His mother speaking at the 18-year-old's funeral yesterday.
We will miss everything about him, from his quiet nature to the corny jokes, his gentle smile. A piece of our hearts will always be missing.
Wells was last seen alive on a July 4th boat trip with friends to an island off the Mississippi coast. They returned without him, saying he stayed behind after meeting a girl. His body was found nearby 2 days later. His father yesterday fighting back tears, remembering the college wide receiver who dreamed of one day playing in the NFL.
I nicknamed you Mr. Cool Hands because it seemed like you was catching a touchdown every game.
Amazing, huh? Where are the tears from the, according to the FBI and CDC report, mortality report, for the 22,000 blacks dead? No tears for them? No Al Sharpton, why don't you show up for them too and preach their funeral? Why don't you mourn their death and talk about how sweet they were? Why don't you deliver the eulogy of those 22,000 or 22,000 black that were killed by other blacks, according to the report? Why don't you mourn their death and preaching at their funerals? And why don't you put up $100,000 reward, you and Tyler Perry, according to the story? Why don't you and Tyler Perry put up some money and find those black people that killed the other blacks? According to ABC News, you guys are putting up $100,000 reward. You got to find those white boys, see what those white boys did. Because this one guy that's been accused of being hurt by white guys is more important than the 22,000 killed by black people. Yeah, Sharpton is preaching at the funeral. Lord have mercy. ABC News.
Delivering the eulogy, the Reverend Al Sharpton announcing a $50,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and conviction.
He was not on that island by himself. Somebody saw something and knows something.
Then a text from actor Tyler Perry matching that reward, bringing it to $100,000. Investigators say they believe Wells drowned and say they do not suspect foul play. But an official cause of death has not been released. The sheriff says more than 60 witnesses have now been interviewed, and Wells's phone is being analyzed.
The family is now waiting for results of an independent autopsy.
Not 1 ounce of attention to the 22,000 that were killed by other blacks in 2024 to now. According to the FBI report, FBI data, and the CDC mortality records, 90% of black male homicide victims across the United States was killed by black men. No reward to find those people. No walking down at a funeral and preaching at their funeral and holding on to the mama hand like you care. When did the preacher hold on to the mama hand anyway at a funeral? What the? That's not normal. The preacher normally wait up there in the pulpit and let the morning people walk in through the front door. And he normally stand in the pulpit and hold his Bible to his chest like he cares and preach the funeral. When do they walk in holding the mama hand? It's all an act, I believe. 22 people, blacks, were killed since 2024 with zero attributed to white so-called supremacy. White people didn't kill those blacks. And as a result, you haven't heard anything about it. No press conference, no raising of money, no preaching at the funerals or anything. Now do you believe me when I say that it's a spiritual battle? It has nothing to do with love at all. Tyler Perry didn't match the reward money for not, as far as I'm aware. Not any of those 22,000 blacks that I'm aware, they didn't mention that in a press conference. Oh, but because this black guy went out with the white folks, according to the report, they are like mourning and press conference and raising money and carrying on. Why? Why? Tell me why. When will you live your life as an individual and lay your weapon down and stop fighting with the children of the devil and the devil inside of you? When would you give up the fight? When will you sit under rock and wait for the rescuer without any idea who the rescuer is and how they're going to rescue you? A spiritual battle. Let me go to Chicago and talk to Neto, I believe. Neto, you are on the air.
Hey, happy White History Month, man.
Thank you. Happy White History Month, Neto.
Thank you, man. So, I got a good story for you.
Okay.
It happened to me like 2 months ago, and I've been trying to get it off my chest, but since it's Tuesday, I'm gonna call it a yeehaw story. So, me and my wife, we've been together for 17 years, and
my wife and
yeah, my wife and I, and I told her that I needed to get some overtime. So then it happened, and I told her, and then she was like, "Well, why are you gonna have?" She got mad. So then she was like, "Well, if you're gonna do," the devil told me from her, she was like, "Whatever. If you're gonna do whatever you want, I'm gonna do whatever I want." So I'm like, "Okay." So then one day I walked in the bathroom, and she was on her phone, and she put her phone down really fast, like she was hiding something. So I didn't say anything, just went on with my day. And one night I wake up, the devil wakes me up, and he starts throwing things in my ears, and he's like, check her phone. So then I went with the thoughts. I already knew what was going to happen, but I just went with it. So I pick up her phone, and it's locked. And I'm like, I don't know the code. So then all of a sudden, I get the numbers in my head, and I put it in, and it opened up. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. I don't know how it happened, but I opened it up. And then I looked at her messages, and I saw that she was texting someone. And all of a sudden, my stomach, I felt like someone punched me right in the stomach, and I knew that was the devil. So I started separating myself from my body, and my legs started shaking really bad. And I'm in bed with her, but she's still asleep, and I'm shaking, like my whole body is shaking. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta get off this bed. I'm gonna wake her up. So then I go to the bathroom, and I just started doing a silent prayer, and all of a sudden, like I got calm. Everything just went away. The feeling went away, and I went back to sleep. Woke up like it was the happiest day of my life.
Wow. That is an amazing testimony, man.
Yeah, man. I've been staying with it, and the devil's been attacking me really bad, left and right. But I've been staying with it.
And how long you been married?
Going on 17 years.
Amazing. Right on. You stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. I really appreciate the way you dealt with it, because you're going to see, if you haven't already seen it, whatever she did it to herself or is doing to herself. It had nothing to do with you. She's not doing anything to you.
Exactly. Yeah, I got a quick question.
Yes.
When I went with the thoughts, did the devil know? Did he knew that I was going with them?
Yes. And he and all his little demons were rejoicing when you were going with those thoughts, because the devil knows that it's not you. He knows that he has made a home in your mind and body. And they were rejoicing because when you were going along with it, you were keeping them alive inside of you. And yes, they were rejoicing. And they knew it.
Okay.
And when you calmed down, they did not like you for calming down, because the light was causing you to calm down, and the light is causing them to have to leave you.
Okay.
Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing, man. I noticed that for every little thing that I get in my head, the demons are like right there trying to talk some mess into my ear.
Absolutely. 100%. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. They're just thoughts, and they're not true at all. And they bring on those emotions, the emotion that cause you to tremble and shaking your leg and feel afraid and telling you, what are you going to do now? And all that mess. Those were just thoughts.
Exactly. All right, thanks for getting me through this, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you made it through, got on today, but you stay with it. Just stay with it. And don't be angry at her. Whatever she's doing or not doing, it's on her. It has nothing to do with you. And you're going to be fine. I promise you that.
Amazing.
That's amazing, huh? Do you have any children with her?
Yeah, I have two. They're already 17. No, they're 16 and 15. So they're getting older, but I'm not going to be a beta and run away.
Right on. Right on. Well, you stay with it, man. That's amazing testimony.
Thanks, man. Oh, have a great day.
All right, and happy White History Month.
Thanks, man.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Bye now. Amazing. Nothing is happening to you. You've been lied to. Nobody can make you think or feel anything. It's happening in you. If you didn't have those thoughts and feelings, you would like have a perfect world. Nothing. It would be like, even if people tried to hurt you, it would be impossible. Impossible. Because you will already know there's no you. They don't know it because they think there is this. And they get the thrill thinking that they're hurting you. There's no you to be hurt. It's all an illusion. There is no you to be saved. There is no you to even seek. Who is seeking? I'm seeking the Lord, you say. Who is seeking? All ideas and all thoughts are lies. And thank you in advance, and don't forget to like the videos. Before I go back to the calls and the super chats, I want to give you this. And all these things are happening because human nature is evil. Every person on the planet, until you overcome anger / resentment. Resentment is anger. Anger is resentment. Stress is anger, and stress is resentment. Emotions are due to anger, and they are evil / resentful. You're not supposed to have an emotional life. You're supposed to have a free life. You were built, created by God to be of love, the light of the world, the salt of the earth. But you're not doing that because you won't give up your anger. You will not forgive. And because of that, you get all these different feelings, emotions, and you think that you're alive and you're walking dead and don't know it. An emotional person is a dead person. Your eyes are open, but your spirit is dead. Amazing, huh? The New York Post is reporting that a Tennessee mother shot and killed a man who she found under her 13-year-old daughter's bed. This is from Action News.
Now, there's still more details that we'll need to learn, but this is a case where self-defense could be argued, but there are key details from the police affidavit that are pivotal to decide whether or not this shooting was justified.
36-year-old Kendra Scott was arrested and charged with first-degree murder after police found a dead man on her front porch with a gunshot wound in the back of his head, telling police she, quote, saw a dude under my kid's bed and I did what I had to do.
She seemed like a real nice lady. And all I can say is that hurts to know that someone was in there with one of her little girls.
A girl living in the home told police she invited the victim, Rodarius Morton, into the home through the back door after midnight Thursday, saying Scott came home 20 minutes later, banging on the door with a gun in her hand. The police affidavit says Scott found Morton hiding under the girl's bed. Morton was leaving the house with his belongings when he was shot.
Amazing. My little girl, the little girl, 13 years old, according to the report, she let the guy in the back door, according to the story. In the good old days, the old ladies, and even the guy would call her a fast-ass gal. That fast-ass gal. But now they call her a little girl. I don't know what happened, but they said she let the guy in. Do you think the mother still should have, if this is true, that the mother killed this boy for that reason? Do you think she's right or wrong for killing him, shooting him according to the report in the back of the head, not even under the bed, but once he's outside, in the back of the head? in Mr. Matt Dillon days, Gunsmoke and all that, you weren't even allowed to kill people in the back of the head or shoot them in the back. You have to kill them from the front. What did they call that when you shot them in the back?
Cowardice?
Murder.
Oh.
Isn't that amazing? Did you know that in the cowboy days, if you shot somebody in the back, you would be found guilty? Did you know that, Hate?
No.
So this person, according to this story, this lady shot this man in the back of his head once he's out of the house. That is interesting. Buddy Smith, a self-defense trainer, told Action News 5 that mother case doesn't qualify under Tennessee Castle Doctrine. Action News.
It does not describe an imminent threat, according to the affidavit at the time the shot was fired.
Retired law enforcement officer and firearms self-defense trainer Buddy Smith says the known circumstances of this case would not classify under Tennessee's Castle Doctrine.
Which means that you're allowed to protect the people in your residence when someone breaks in to commit a violent felony against you or someone in your house.
Smith says more details will be needed for Scott to make a case for self-defense.
The affidavit does not allege that he threatened the mother or anyone else at that time. And those alleged facts will likely be important issues for the court and ultimately a jury.
Amazing, huh? I can hear Satan now if the story is true. Shoot him. Kill him. He in there under the bed with my 13-year-old daughter, according to the story. I wonder if she asked her daughter, why'd you let him in? You opened the door and let him in, and then he hiding under the bed? Residents gave their input on this situation.
If it would have been me in that situation, and I seen you on the doorbell camera, I would have called them police. I had them sitting at my house when I got there. Therefore, you take him out, take him on to jail.
You feel like you threatened. He might be coming back to her house when she's not there another time. I don't know what was said, what was done.
Amazing. Grandpa, tell me about the good of it. What do y'all think about this story? You weren't there, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if he was out, she let him out of the house. Was it necessary to shoot him in the back of his head? If the story is true. I don't know if it's true or not, but was it necessary? There are people out there now, some people, who are into this anti-aging thing. They don't want to get old. They want to do an anti-aging thing. What's wrong with being old? Oh, you want to stay young so you can still have sex, huh? You want to stay young. What's wrong with being old? And why even do you think about age? There's something wrong with you for thinking about age. You compare a young person to you. You see this young, vibrant body person running around, and then you look in the mirror, you see you're getting old. You're like, I'm getting old. I don't want to be old. Why compare yourself to anyone at any time for any reason? Because when you compare yourself, an old person compare themselves to a young person, now you're going to try to stay young. End up destroying yourself. But if you never, ever, ever compare yourself, just imagine having a life where you never compare yourself to anyone at any reason at any time. I want to be like that, or I'm jealous of that person, or I wish I had what they have, or I wish I was younger, or I wish I was older. What's wrong with you? All thoughts are all lies all the time. Why can't you just freely live your life without comparison or anything? Because now, if you compare yourself to a young person, and as I said, the only reason you want to stay young because you want to continue to have sex. Ain't no other reason. What a mess! When you compare yourself to anyone, young or old, you're going to end up destroying yourself. Even if the person is rich, and you say, I want to be rich, like that person. Now you're going out and doing all kinds of things trying to get money. And you end up destroying yourself. And then if you got the money, you're still going to be lost. You got to compare yourself to somebody else. because somebody else has more money than you. Don't be comparing yourself. It's a great sin. Be you. You work better at being you. You work perfectly at being you. And because you try to be young, New York Post has reported that a 20-year-old woman died after being injected with an anti-aging serum at a holistic wellness center in the Bronx, whatever that is. Watch this from CBS News.
An unlicensed doctor arrested in the Bronx. Police say a woman who went in for treatment at a lifestyle center later died at the hospital.
The Bereshit Lifestyle Center on Riverdale Avenue was closed Monday as its founder, Dr. Luis Rojas Cabrera, remained in police custody. The NYPD says Sunday around noon, Rojas Cabrera injected a 27-year-old female patient with an unknown substance and that she had a medical episode as a result.
Police sources say medical staff here called 911 and the victim was taken to New York Presbyterian Hospital unconscious and unresponsive.
Police say she was later pronounced dead at the hospital. NYPD sources say 55-year-old Rojas Cabrera of Passaic, New Jersey, admitted to injecting the woman with an unknown substance. He now faces charges of reckless endangerment and unauthorized practice of a profession. No New York State records we found list him as a licensed medical doctor, but on his website he says, "I am an MD, surgeon, naturopath, a full member of the Dominican College in the Dominican Republic." Inside his dark office was a manual of integrative oncology protocols.
Amazing. A 27-year-old woman, I think I said 20 earlier, but it's 27 according to the report. Now, does she still want to be young? You think she still want to be young? Where is she now? According to the report, she did, trying to be young, anti-aging. How you going to stop time, your body from functioning in time, getting old? You ain't Michael Jackson. What a mess, huh? Expert emphasize the critical importance of verifying a provider medical license before undergoing any treatment. You think?
As for what to look out for when seeking medical care or treatments, Dr. Bruce Wiley of the CUNY Graduate School of Public Health says always ask for a medical license.
It's key is you have to know exactly what you're getting yourself into and what are the potential side effects. What are they using? You know, are they FDA approved ingredients, medications, treatments, and those types of things?
The New York Secretary of State said in part unlicensed or unqualified staff, dirty needles, expired or counterfeit drugs such as Botox or fillers, and unsanitary conditions can lead to serious injury or even death.
Police say the medical examiner is still working to determine the official cause of death.
You know you got to be on an ego trip out of your mind to have those things done to your body. Why not let the body have its natural course, its way, out of your mind, and you get what you deserve? What a mess, huh? The ego is a mess. How about just let the anger go and be free and just let your body do it? It's just a body. It's going to fade away anyway. And just live your life. Why not be free? Oh, I know. You're into feelings. You're into emotions. And your feelings tell you that you're old. You're getting old. You better do something about it. And you spend your money, and in this situation, according to the story, your life, trying to be young. It's a spiritual battle. Let me go to Cora out of Michigan. Cora, happy White History, you're on the air.
Thank you. You too, Jesse.
Oh, amazing.
I had a few questions this morning.
Okay.
I realized we've been touching a lot on Sunday service and on the show just about basically putting God's law first,
yes.
which is to love Him above all things first, and everything else can be perfect if you do that first. And I kind of had a conversation last night with my husband, and it really touched my heart that I'm not quite sure if I'm doing that. I just wanted to ask how you know if you're putting something before God And I ask that because I'm really into health. I think I've called about that before. I kind of always been, but specifically, like, I do a lot of, like, physical therapies and good things for my body, and, like, I eat really good and take vitamins and whatnot. But my husband, on the other hand, he's kind of just, like, not like that, and he says he has full faith in God that he can heal anything. And I got a little bit emotional last night because I really just felt like I might not be putting trust in God in that sense. But I also don't know if that's true or if that was just a thought. But I don't want to, like, stop all my vitamins and stuff. But I also want to be able to, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to just, like, cut out all of that. But, like, I just want to be able to see if that's something I might be putting before the Lord. And I guess I'm just curious how you know if you're doing that.
When you say you're really into health, what does really into health mean?
Well, I'd say I'm just probably more than the average bird. Like, I do a lot of things people aren't aware of, just like certain therapies that are good for my body. I do a lot of chiropractic care because I'm pretty hypermobile from sports when I was younger. And I take a lot of vitamins, not a lot, just like the ones I need. I do some detoxes when there's, like, smoke from other places and stuff, or, you know, stuff like that. So it's nothing crazy, but...
Why? It sounds crazy. Why are you so into it like that?
I don't know. I honestly, too, I just enjoy it. Like, it's not something I feel like God couldn't heal, but I also feel like from my husband's perspective, he's so, like, I gave everything to God, and I'm like, oh, like, that's really cool. I would love to be like that, too. And it just got me thinking last night, like, maybe I'm not where he's at, which is okay. But I want to know if I am putting that before the Lord, if that makes sense.
Why would you compare yourself to anyone else?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a compare or more just
You
like a
did.
realization.
He told you he put his faith in God, and then it started making you doubt if you were doing the same thing, and now you're looking at all your... And now you're doubting yourself.
Okay, that's definitely a consideration I had as well. Okay, yeah, and I know you just said this morning, I was listening to really, really watch when you compare yourself to others, because that's pretty dangerous to do to yourself. So
don't you see?
Maybe I did do that.
Do you see that that's what happened? You heard this thing from your husband. Hold on, Cora, I got her.
Okay.
You hear this thing from your husband about his life and his relationship with God, and then the thoughts told you, well, yours is not like that. You're putting your faith in vitamins and health. You don't see those are thoughts?
I considered it. I considered it for sure. I did.
You didn't know for sure that they were thoughts?
I'll tell you why I didn't, because the conversation, I got emotional quickly about it.
Because you went into the thought. It's the thought that made you emotional.
Correct. You're right.
But you were saying, what now? The reason you didn't see the thoughts was because of what?
I just got emotional kind of quickly. My dog also just ran away, and it was like, I was just kind of like stressed, and we got him and everything, but I was just like maybe a little bit stressed in the moment, and I just got emotional. And that's why you say to be aware 24/7, because when I'm slow and, like, really conscious, I would not have probably had that type of thought, because I honestly don't think I put health before God. I think it's a beautiful tool to help if you need it.
But if you didn't think that, why are you tripping?
Because, like I said, I think you're right. I did get into my head that I was comparing my faith to his faith, and that I'm, like, putting this before God or something. Like, I don't know. It was a thought. You're right.
But you seem not to see clearly that your husband said this about his life, and right away you went into thoughts about comparing your life to his life. You became emotional. Why don't you see clearly that though you went into thoughts about that?
Because I think a little bit, a part of me is a little bit crazy about it, Jess. Yeah, I do think I can be a little bit over the top with health. So, yeah. Maybe I do think that a little bit. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I am a little bit over the top sometimes.
Do you see that you're a little bit over the top about health?
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
then why don't you bring it down a notch or two?
That maybe I don't know how. Do you have any advice?
You're into thoughts about that too. You're tripping on your health thing, and it sounds like you're overdoing that too as well. Why you got to be into all that about health?
I don't. Like, you're so right. Like, I've had this
No,
realization
a question.
too. Maybe because I don't know. I really don't. I always just enjoyed it, but I think like sometimes I just take it too far for no reason, I guess.
There is a reason that are you white?
Yeah.
Well, no wonder.
Yeah. I just enjoy it. Like,
It's a
I
white
like taking care of
thing.
my body.
What?
I just like taking care of my body. I do think I can take it a little far.
You are
but
taking it a little far. I mean, way far.
Maybe, yeah.
Are you skinny?
No.
You fat?
That's the thing. I'd like to lose some weight.
Are you fat?
I'm overweight. I'm fat, yeah. I'm fat.
And so all this into your weight thing is not working?
That's what made me laugh last night is I told my husband, I'm all into this health, but I'm still fat. He was like,
Are you really skinny, but you look in the mirror and you see fat?
No, that's fatty dysmorphia, but no, I don't have that.
Oh, okay.
No.
And so
but, no,
being
I
really
could lose some weight.
into all this weight stuff and you're still fat, why don't you calm it down a little bit?
No, I think I could. I don't know how. I don't know how to take it back a notch. That's what I'm kind of asking. Like, how do I chill about it?
One step at a time. See how your
So just
thoughts
be
about it,
aware.
number one. And then, I mean, just stay out of your head about it. Don't be all into it. Do all things in moderation and you can't go wrong.
You're right. Yeah. I like that. I like that mojo too. Like I do that in life as well, just not with this. That's how I know it's too much because I can see that. So I see that clearly.
Were you traumatized as a child about your weight? Were you a fat child?
You know what? Actually, I did have some weight issues as a kid, but that's not actually why I'm into health. I like to just like take care of myself like in other ways that aren't my weight. Like I like to take vitamins and I like to do a lot of therapies for my body and like
A lot of therapy, like what?
like you probably won't know what they are, but like cranial sacral therapy and like there's a bunch of therapies that like are just good for your. Because I got in a car accident and I was a gymnast when I was younger, so I'm very hypermobile. It's a long story, but I could take it back a notch, is what I'm saying.
James, you
And I
know
think
what
you're
you're talking
saying that
about.
too.
I hadn't heard of the cranial sacral, whatever she said.
What
I don't
is
know
that?
what that is. It has something to do with your head.
It's basically, it's a therapy that there's like two spots on your spine that can be like, it's like a valve basically to explain it. And if there's like a kink in it, it stops like your spine from being, I don't know, it's hard to explain to be quite honest. But
So the doctor is taking your money, huh?
in a nutshell, I guess. But I want to get to like how to help. Like I know I have the problem. I get it.
I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you about the spine thing.
Like I don't want to stop my vitamins.
They said
but
that
should I
you're
just-
addicted to lies. And you love the lies that you're too fat and you need this and you need that. You love that. You love the fear of being fat and overweight or whatever.
I actually never think about that I'm fat, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I
why are
just
you
work
doing
out.
all that stuff then?
Because I said it, it's not for my weight. It's for my, like, I actually need it for, like, certain things. Probably because I'm overweight, though. It is probably stems from being overweight, because overweight's not good for you. So I might need more things because I'm not in a healthy state. So I don't want to stop anything I'm taking, but I want to get healthier to where I don't need as much, if that makes sense.
Yes, James. Because all this, right? I can't read all this stuff.
I remember from a prior call, she did say she's on a weight loss journey.
Are you on a weight loss? What's that? Are you on a weight loss journey?
Cut out.
What?
I hate said you were on a weight loss journey at one call. You said that.
Yeah, I'm trying to lose weight.
Are you on a weight loss journey?
I wouldn't say that. I think that's a little too much.
Oh, you never said that?
I don't know. I might have, maybe. I've called a lot.
So let me ask, because of time, what did your husband say about the way you're tripping over your weight and all that? What's your husband say about it?
I'm not tripping over my weight. Like, it's fine. I'm just losing weight. But it's more like the health thing. Like, I just do I care too much about, like, the quality of food we get and stuff. Like, I want to make sure it doesn't have seed oils and things that hurt our body. I just want to take care of God's temple. Like, it's not that serious, but it is that serious. I'm basically just being conscious about what we put in our body.
So what did your husband say about your over health situation?
He says, I mean, he's not going to tell me to stop because that's not his place, but he does say, like, listen, I put my full faith in God, and I think all things are possible through Christ, is what he says.
And so what does he say about your over health mindset?
I mean, I don't know. I think he does think I do too much.
Why don't you ask him what does he think about it, and does he suggest you cut it out? Would you listen to him if he said yes?
He has told me to stop actually taking, like, things to see how I feel, actually. Yeah, he has said that.
Repeat that?
He has told me to stop taking some vitamins just to see how I feel. If, like, I feel different or if I feel like I even need them. He has said that.
And did you do what he said?
I've cut back. Yep. I have cut back.
Well, again, I'm not a doctor, but it sounds like you traumatized, like a lot of white women, about the weight thing, and look like you're taking it too far.
I don't know. Well, what do you advise? I guess I'm calling to ask my pastor what he advises.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Can you hold?
Okay. Yeah.
I want to go back to Cora, who is dealing with, Cora, you're not dealing with weight problem. You're dealing with, what's your issue?
Yeah, I wouldn't say the weight is, like, the front end of things. It's really just being kind of over the top about making sure we consume everything good and good vitamins and all that, you know.
Is your husband in good physical condition?
Yes, he's like really healthy, and he doesn't do anything but just work and have faith in God.
And he doesn't work, exercise, or anything?
His job is very physically demanding, so that's basically his workout, yeah.
Oh, okay. What I suggest, do what you want, all right? It's on you.
Okay.
That you watch those thoughts about your being over healthy issue and stop going with what the thoughts are suggesting for you, because they're never going to tell you the truth. They're never going to make the right suggestion for you. There's no truth in thoughts at all.
Okay. So don't cut out all my vitamins just cold turkey, but just, like, be more aware of what I'm taking and if I really, really need it and things like that.
Be aware and let the awareness guide you in all that you do.
Okay. And
don't compare yourself to anyone.
Okay. And, like, even if I was traumatized being, like, fat as a kid, is there something I should do about that now? Like, forgive again for that or something, or just let that go?
Well, you don't have to go to the person, but you can forgive by realizing they couldn't help themselves and forgive them.
Okay.
So if there is a trauma from that, you'll be able to overcome that as well.
Yeah. So just, like, realize, like, whoever was on me about that as a kid just couldn't see in the moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I can see that right now, like, for sure. Like, my heart doesn't hold any grudges against that or anything.
Right
so am I
on.
good?
And so stop listening to thoughts, though.
Okay. Yeah, I know. You're right. Yeah, that will probably help me to not do things overboard.
Because I promise you one thing, I don't know your situation because I don't know you, I've not seen you, but the primary issue for every human being on earth, right, is that they think that they're their thoughts. They believe thoughts are real, and they love the thoughts and the feelings. They love feeling something. You got to feel something. They think feelings is life, and it's not.
I also could be identifying a little bit too much with, like, the body or caring too much about it when I really should be caring more about the spirit, if anything.
Absolutely. And
And then I just had one more. Oh, go ahead.
And work on your body in moderation. You'll be fine. Get the spirit right, the rest will follow.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. Nothing too heavy. I did have one more quick question. I did just recently get a job, and I noticed at work a lot of people are really impatient with me, and I can tell they don't like me because I'm not catching on as quick as they'd like me to.
All right.
And I'm, like, handling it really well. I'm just kind of, like, not giving it time of day. But is that obviously evil that they're just, like, I want this girl out of my way? Like, they're just not.
How do you know
snap at me
How do
and
you
stuff.
know they're doing that?
Because they, like, snap at me and, like, kind of, they have, like, this face and attitude of just, like, get out of my way. I don't want you here.
Do they tell you that?
Still no.
Why are you paying
but
attention to them?
I just wanted to make sure I'm handling it in the right way, that's all. Because I'm not really paying attention. That's the thing. I am doing really good just ignoring it. But I don't want to accidentally, like, say anything or, you know, it's not really my problem. I understand that they can't see that they're just irritated.
Are you doing your best on your job?
Oh, absolutely. 100%, yeah.
So then why are you paying attention to what others are thinking about it?
Well, I'm not, and I just want to clarify you were, like, 10 toes with that, because you were talking about it in service, that people are evil at work. So I was like, oh, that's ironic, because I was just experiencing that, so.
Stop paying attention to people. Keep your eyes on you and live your life.
All right. Okay, well, I guess that's good. I'm going to stay with it, and I've been doing the silent prayer and watching service.
Every morning, every night?
Yes.
And are you practicing being aware where you are and what you're doing at all times?
Yes, I actually been getting a lot better with that, by the way.
Right on. Okay, well, stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it.
I also wanted to say, if there's, like, any grudges I hold against people, I actually, like, have already forgiven, so I don't need to keep, like, being like, oh, I need to realize they couldn't help themselves, because I already know they couldn't help themselves. Like, I don't feel any grudges against that.
So why are you trying to convince yourself of that, then? If you know you have no grudges, why are you trying to convince yourself that you don't have grudges?
Because you said I should realize they couldn't help themselves, but I just want to say that I already know they couldn't help themselves.
Okay. Amazing. Well, you stay with it, Cora.
I will.
Do not give up. Just stay with it. It's working. But you got to relax and be aware of the thoughts and stop reacting to thoughts. Don't give them any cooperations at all. Just see them.
I'm feeling empowered this morning by that. I appreciate that, Jesse.
All right. Stay with it, all right?
All right, I will.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. I have a white history moment for you. And it is an amazing white history moment. Really. And I think this is all the ones we've done so far has just been absolutely perfect. But for this one, by this person coming from tough times back in the 1800s, when things were, quote unquote, really bad, this person just did what he had to do. Unlike today, when they begging and blaming and accusing more than any other time in history of America, when there's nothing that can stop you in life except you. You're stopping yourself. No one else is. And this person is a perfect example of having a life if you want one, with no excuses. Only weak people make excuses about life and situations in life. Only weak people. So whenever you hear someone complain and I can't do it because of my color, I can't do it because of male or female, I can't do it for this, I started out poor or whatever. They're evil and they're lying and they have the life that they want. They're lying to you. I would run fast from those people. They are dangerous, evil people. Human nature is evil anyway, But a complainer is even worse. A blamer. I can't make it because of whatever situation, my handicap or anything. I want free stuff. I need affirmative action. I need reparation. I need DEI. I need you to let me in because of my color or male or femaleness, whatever, right? This White History Month is really amazing. So my white history person for you today is Booker T. Washington. Here's an overall view of the life and legacy of Booker T. Washington from 1856, 18, not 19, from 1856 to 1915. An educator, author, and a leader. This is from NETC TV. Watch this.
My name is Booker T. Washington. I was born into slavery in 1856 in Franklin County, Virginia. My mother, Jane, was an enslaved cook for plantation owners James and Elizabeth Burroughs. After the Civil War, my mother, siblings, and I, along with many other slaves, were freed. I was 9 years old. After being freed, we moved to Malden, West Virginia. I worked at a local mine, and I was allowed to attend school, but only after my work hours. While working in the coal mines, I overheard other workers speaking of this place, Hampton Institute. This was also known as Hampton Normal and Agricultural Institute, which was a school for former slaves in southeastern Virginia. The school was founded by General Samuel Chapman Armstrong. The general led black troops for the Union during the Civil War and after was dedicated to educational opportunities for African Americans. I had the opportunity to attend in 1872 when I was 16 years of age. I was so grateful for this opportunity. I knew from a young age that a good, strong education was vital. Now that I think about it, I walked most of the way to Hampton from Malden, about 500 miles, I'd say. I was a good student. I especially enjoyed public speaking and debate. I was provided a job as a janitor to pay for my room and board. I graduated with honors in 1875 and was chosen to speak at my commencement. I particularly took pride in this since I love public speaking so much.
Amazing, huh? 1856 to 1915, no excuses. He is black, or was black. May his soul rest in peace. Just think about that. Look how this guy grew up and the situation out there in front of him. And to stop him, he didn't need government handouts. He didn't need some white man to tell him, oh, you can't make it. White people are not telling blacks anyway, except for liberal whites, because they want to keep you down. Complaining people are weak, lazy, evil people. I don't care what race you are. Here's where Booker T. Washington recount his arrival at Tuskegee with no land, no building, or money.
Well, I must have made a great impression on General Armstrong because after leaving Hampton, he recommended me for a position as principal of a new school for blacks in Macon County, the Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute for the Training of Black Teachers. Well, I arrived with great work ahead of me. There was no land, no buildings, and little to no money, except for salaries for staff members. I prepared to plan to make this school a reality. I worked to raise money, I recruited students, and the support from the community was vital. We succeeded in raising enough funds to purchase a 100-acre plantation on the outskirts of Tuskegee. The students built a kiln, made bricks for buildings to be built, and sold bricks to raise money. We successfully built classroom buildings, a dining hall, a girls' dormitory, and a chapel. By 1888, Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute had more than 400 enrolled students. We offered training in skilled trades such as carpentry, cabinet making, printing, and agriculture. We made an effort in academics to relate the subject matter to the actual experiences of the students, and our students flourished with this approach. I invited my own brother, John, also a Hampton graduate, to come and direct the vocational training program at Tuskegee. I brought Dr. George Washington Cora onto the staff, who became the director of the agricultural program in 1896. My belief, if you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else.
Amazing, huh? 1800s. There was no civil rights movement. Blacks didn't need that back then, nor did they want it. They were their own leaders. I grew up in that area with the cotton field, empty field, Tuskegee. What's the Hirschberg's right there? Russell County High School is right there. And right down the road, my high school, where I live. Amazing. Grandpa tell me about the good old days. I'm telling you, it's a lie. A bald-faced lie that somebody is holding the blacks back. They want to be held back. Whatever holding you back mean. Look how this man in the 1800s did what he needed to do, and other blacks up there doing it too, men and women. What a sad society, sick society we live in today, where human beings are imprisoned in their own mind, and they think that they're victims. And they think somebody else on the outside can stop them from having their own life. How can someone stop you from having your own life? Booker T. Washington can do this in the 1800s without DEI programs, without affirmative action, without welfare, and all these other blacks were taught by him, and they got up and did their thing. Why can't you do it today? White people are giving up everything to you, and you're still complaining. You're still crying this false idea of racism, which is a lie and an excuse to be lazy and trifling. It's just an excuse. Booker T. Washington wrote about 40 books, again in 1895.
I went on to write about 40 books, I believe, some of which Up From Slavery in 1901.
I highly recommend.
Character Building in 1902, and My Large Education in 1911. I was asked to speak on opening day of the Atlanta Exposition in 1895. This exposition was to showcase the economic progress of the South since the Civil War, and this opened the door for me onto the national scene, politics that is. In 1901, I was formally invited by President Theodore Roosevelt himself to dine in the White House. Now think about that. Do you realize I was the first black person to do so? Talk about overcoming obstacles. Following, I was counsel to U.S. presidents for many years thereafter, and I took pride in that counsel. I became ill November 5th, 1915, and was admitted to St. Luke's Hospital in New York City. On November 12th, I asked to be taken to Tuskegee. This is where my heart had always been, and this is where I wanted to spend my last days.
Amazing, huh? Amazing.
I died 2 days later, November 14th, 1915, at 59 years of age. I am Booker T. Washington, hardworking, practical, educator, pioneer, mentor, and successful man in the field of education. Thank you for listening to my story. Work hard, apply yourself, overcome obstacles, lift others up through mentorship, build a strong foundation for oneself, and succeed.
Amazing, amazing. White history moment. What a white history moment. And he didn't have no affirmative action. He didn't have no civil rights leader. This was in, think about this, in 1901, he was invited to the White House by the president, President Roosevelt. in 1901. See how you've been lied to about the past? You've been lied to. Oh, y'all, you can't make it because of slavery. They took everything away from you. They took away your money, your land, and everything. And you just can't make it. Vote for me and I'll set you free. I'm black. I'm liberal. I'm Democrat. Vote for me. I'll help you. Have your life gotten any better? Have you gotten better? People who complain about life, people who align and saying they need a program, they need affirmative action, DEI, give it to me because I'm black, you're evil. Give it to me because I'm female, you're evil and a liar. You can do whatever you want in life at any time. And slavery had nothing to do with your failure to live your own life. You're just a loser. And you love blaming slavery because you believe the lies of these people who are pushing it for selfish reasons. Happy White History Moment. Happy White History Month. So hopefully maybe one or two people, black or whatever color you are, will see this and know that you've been lied to about slavery. They have you thinking the only thing that was going on in slavery, they were hanging people. And isn't this an amazingly good story about black people? I'm accusing, you never show anything good about the black. This is what you call black excellence. This was in the 1800s. This man was born enslaved. His folks were born into it. And he went on and built one of the greatest, quote unquote, black universities in the country, Tuskegee Institute. Down in Sweet Home, Alabama. I thought you couldn't do anything down in Alabama if you're black because everybody had a noose around their neck. The white man noose around my neck. You've been lied to. And there are other stories, great stories out there about and from black people. You've been lied to, and you accept the lies because you love lies. You don't want the truth. You only want lies. That's why you won't be still and let the truth take over. Oh, I can't sit still for a minute. It's just overwhelming. I had too many thoughts. Oh, the thoughts of that. I can't, You love lies. You love hating. You love jealousy. You love strife. You love vanity. You love hating others and yourself. Because when you hate others, you hate yourself first. That's why you hate others. It starts with you. That's why you get mad at others. You're mad at you. Right on, Booker T. Washington. I highly recommend that you read Up From Slavery. I highly recommend it. Even if you're a slow reader, you're black and you're a slow reader or whatever it is. I highly recommend it for everyone. Up From Slavery by Booker T. Washington. If that doesn't encourage you to get up and dance, I don't know what will. I also highly recommend character building too. Really. You've been lied to, black people. Slavery is not your problem at all. It may be your fault. It's not slavery. And speaking of devils, Fox News is reporting, Jasmine Crockett says the real reason so many people are rooting for Spain to win, they had this little soccer game recently, and I guess it sounds like it's all over now, and Spain beat, let me see who they whooped. They whooped Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina. I did my best. I kept my promise. Don't cry for me, Argentina. I did my best. I kept my promise. So apparently, Jasmine Crockett, this is from Fox, said The real reason so many people were rooting for Spain to win the World Cup and the finals was because of racist history surrounding Argentina. This is from C-SPAN.
The World Cup. The World Cup that captured the imaginations of the entire world when they saw all of these people of color that was playing for all these teams. And ultimately, if you recall, the last two teams, it was Argentina and Spain. And it seemed like the vast majority of the world was rooting for Argentina, or actually against Argentina, right? And why was that? Just give me an explanation if you could guess. If you'll just let them finish the answer.
Spain had the best team. Maybe that's why they were rooting for them.
Right on.
There's also a racist history that exists as relates to
Argentina. You're recognized.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Crockett.
See how evil this heifer is? This is an evil one. Because you listen to the woman, you will suffer. That's all she has going on for herself. And how is Argentina racist? I don't even know what that means. See how crazy, and these people in our government, people like Jasmine Crockett and others, pushing hate because they have no love. And they are doing it for personal gain. Not that they care about Argentina or the blacks. And they definitely hate the whites, so they hate everyone. And remember that my hero, Booker T. Washington, my white history, 1800, they didn't have this kind of mess. Black people stood on their own 2 feet. They didn't have Jasmine Crockett out there lying and carrying on about racism. Grok is reporting that Jasmine Crockett shared a clip from the July House Oversight hearing where she criticized the current administration policies as racist. This is from X.
It's racist. It's just racist,
Everything
racist. Let me be clear about something. The people that were here are the indigenous folk. And you know who ICE been rounding up?
They've
been rounding up indigenous people. The people that originally came, not the colonizers, but the original people. So what this is about is whiteness. Everything that this administration has pushed has been about white supremacy. You want to sit up here and act like the crime is being perpetrated by people of color, but the statistics say otherwise. If you look at the real numbers, I know that y'all believe in propaganda and y'all don't want people to know the truth, and y'all definitely don't want them to know history, because then you got to, again, acknowledge colonizing. But nevertheless, when you look at the numbers, you want to tell me about one-offs. And listen, as a criminal defense attorney, I have represented people of all colors. Let me tell you, anybody can commit a crime on any given day. The idea that you put a white sweeping brush on everybody that happens to have a little bit of melanin as a criminal, that is really the crime. When you are elected to represent somebody, you should be understanding that your job is to fight for everybody. And what makes this country great is our diversity.
No, it doesn't. That screwed up the country. Why is there a bra on the outside of her silver dress? What the? She must have got dressed in the dark. See how this is what the so-called civil rights movement was about. This is all you've been ever getting for the last 70 years or so from the so-called civil rights movement. This is what you're getting. And the civil rights movement was never about uniting the people. It was about separation, dividing and using for personal gain. I played you Booker T. Washington. Black people got along way better, even in the 1800s, than they do it in 2026. Because of people like this. And it's got to get worse because she's allowed to sit there and lie to the young people like this about racism. Racism doesn't exist. Our battle is spiritual. Don't cry for me, Argentina. I did my best. I kept my promise. Earth is not heaven, and man is not God. You're listening to Satan right there in our government. In the white man's government. The white man founded this country. If Jasmine Crockett is so unhappy, go to Africa with your mess. See how far that gets you. Why you going to sit up at the white man country and accuse them like that? Let me go to Marco, our first time call out of Florida. Marco.
Jesse, don't cry for me, Argentina.
I did my best. I kept my promise.
Don't keep your distance.
Don't keep your distance. I kept my promise. Marco, would you put your father or mother in a nursing home when they become old?
No, I won't.
And why? You would take care of them?
Yes, I will.
You would have them in your house as old people?
No, probably in my house. No, no, in my house.
And you say you would not put them in a nursing home?
It depends. It depends who is taking care of them on the nursing home. I've seen many horrible things happening there.
Amazing. So, so a quick yes or no. Once your parents turn old, would you let them stay in your house?
No.
And why not?
Because I don't think that I will be a good situation for either for me and for them. And I will make sure that they are in okay, but I don't think that I could live with them in the same household.
Oh, yes.
What about you, Jesse? What do you think?
No, I put them in a nursing home.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. So, Marco, you want to tell me quickly about Argentina being a racist country?
Yeah, right now there is a whole social media campaign, like hating Argentina. My mom is Argentinian, my dad is Italian, but I know about Argentina. I've been there. I have family there, and it's nothing but the opposite. The reason that they think Argentina is a racist country is because on the soccer team they don't have black players, and that is the stupid reason that you can actually condemn somebody for, because they don't have the black players. And the reason is like based on, back in history, based on the geographical location of Argentina, the amount of slaves that got there, there were very few, and they mixed with a 99% European population. Mostly Argentina, it came from immigration from Europe, Germany, Spain, and Italy mainly. So, but does not necessarily means that the whole country or Argentina is the racist country because we don't have a black player. Yet, on our money, the money that they use right there, which is the 10,000 pesos, the person that is on that particular bill is a black woman that used to fight for us in the army. And also, if they will actually make some time to study history, they will realize that Argentina avoided, they completely canceled, slavery 10 years before the United States did it. And there are so many things that, it's just a campaign. And like this lady Crockett was saying, they just take something that they see on social media and they make it a huge deal. And right now, everybody is talking about how racist Argentina is because of this. And it's nothing but the opposite about particular country. And I just don't understand. It seems like right now in every single person, every single team, every single government, they have to have a minority on it. Otherwise, if not, you're racist. And that's like crazy.
What a mess. So Argentina people are white people?
Mostly, mostly are white people, yeah.
Did you know that?
I kind of did know that because
Argentina's are white people?
It's sort of white Hispanic, more of white compared to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and our immigration. My grandfather he came from Italy to Argentina, and they came to work and they work hard and they build the country. And, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Argentina is a racist country, even though right now they open the doors for everybody. There is a lot of people from Africa right there too right now, like from Senegal. And, and they're trying to get there because of the freedoms that they enjoy in the country. I mean, but it's just crazy that how they use the race card to destroy a community, to destroy person, to destroy anybody. Even though Argentina has won 126 world titles, the soccer team, and that's based on their skills, based on their merit. Yet that doesn't matter. I mean, they are trying to destroy them because there is no one single black player in the team. And it's just ridiculous how they will use that card.
What a
so
mess.
I just wanted to comment. Yeah, what a mess, Jess.
I want to know what y'all think about this. Is this girl wrong or right? Would you do what this girl said she would do for her father? This is from X. American TV personality Stephen A. Smith was heartbroken after his daughter Samantha told him that she wouldn't let him live in her house when he's older, and she planned to put him in a nursing home instead. Is she wrong for this? This is from X.
And then when I'm older and I have nothing,
Nursing home.
and I need you to take care of me,
Nursing home.
you can't do that.
Nursing
You're not
home.
going to do that.
2 words, Dad.
Nursing home. So you'd put your dad in a nursing home.
Nursing home. Well, what else would I do? Take care of you myself?
How about that? Or put me in your home and have 24-hour nursing assistant.
In my house?
Yeah, why not?
With my kids? And my car? And my husband? And my pool? And my guest room?
I'm just your dad.
Exactly.
The one that made it all possible.
I would love you from a distance, Dad. You know I love you from a distance. We better that way. You're my heart, though.
Oh, would you put your dad or your mother in a nursing home when they became old? Would you? I want to know. That's funny. So I want to know, and then I'll take your calls. Is this a good way to confront the pride within you? From Instagram, a man crawls on his knees for over a mile to a Greek church as an act of faith, repentance, and prayer without knee pad. To confront his pride and ego while relying on God's guidance. This is from Instagram.
Morning. Today I am making a sacred vow here in Dinos Island at the Church of Our Lady. I'm going to be getting on my knees and crawling up to the church.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. This man crawling, for those who can't see.
God.
Got this, my baby. Got this.
You got this, my baby. You got this.
I feel like 1,000 pounds just came off my chest.
I
feel
you
the
do.
presence of God.
That was exercise.
I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. It's for Jesus because he died on the cross for us. The least I can do is do this sacrifice. For healing purposes, it's for forgiveness, it's for everything.
Amazing. Is that a good way to confront the pride within you? He said he crawled up to his church, the lady. What's the church lady?
I didn't catch that part.
He said, I'm going to crawl up to the church, his lady church. Can you replay that, Nick? Listen, I think he said his lady church. I'm like, what the? Watch that again from Instagram. Nick has got to rewind it. No, where he introduced where he about to crawl up to his church, the lady.
Oh, at the very beginning.
Yeah, very beginning.
Morning. Today I am making a sacred vow here in Dinos Island at the Church of Our Lady. I'm going to be getting on my knees and crawling up to the church.
He crawled up to the church of lady. That's his woman church or something?
That's in Greece?
Greece is the word. Yes.
It sounded like he didn't finish the name. Usually these churches are Our Lady something.
He
So
said
it's either
called up to the church.
Virgin Mary herself or some other lady saint.
Is he saying the Virgin Mary is a church?
He didn't finish saying. It looks like he cut the video or something. Like he didn't quite finish saying it. That's how I heard it. It sounded like he said. Derek is saying he was referring to the Virgin Mary.
Our Lady of Tinos?
Oh yeah, it sounded.
Well, it was on Tinos Island.
Mary got a church over there?
I'm asking the AI which lady.
Holy Church of Panagia Evangelistria of Tinos.
Okay. Is that the lady's church? And he crawling to mama? So I'm being told that he was saying that this church belonged to Mary.
They are saying they're referring to Mary, the mother of Jesus, according to the AI.
And she got her own church? How would you like to go to mama's church after leaving home with mama and then go to her church? What? See, this man crawling up to mama's church. And God said to overcome mama, and be born of the Father. And he crawling up to mama's church over the Lady of Tinos. See, I told you, the devil got your mind. Christ never done that. He didn't suggest you do that. He said to go and forgive, and I will forgive you. He said, go and forgive. He said, crawl up to mama or anybody. And you should only have one God. I have a question for my experts. And this question just occurred to me during the break. So, James, when you can, I need you back in the studio. Earlier, I showed you a guy crawling on his knees for over a mile. That's a long way to crawl. A mile is a long way to crawl. I had to beg the Lord. I had to beg the Lord. Please, Jesus. And I ask you, this guy crawled on his knee to Mother Mary's church over in Greece. And Greece is the word that we heard that you found. And I ask you, was that a good way to confront the pride within yourself? And I want to play that again just in case you're tuning in. It's a Bible Thumper Thursday. I want to know if this is a good way to confront the pride within yourself. From Instagram, a man crawled on his knees for over a mile to a Greek church as an act of faith. I feel your faith and repentance and prayer without knee pads to confront his pride and ego while relying on God's guidance. I want to know, is there a good way to confront your pride, your ego, from Instagram?
Morning. Today I am making a sacred vow here in Dinos Island at the Church of Our Lady. I'm going to be getting on my knees and crawling up to the church.
Come on, baby. You can make it.
Got this, my baby. Got this.
You got this, my baby. Going up to Mother Mary.
I feel like 1,000 pounds just came off my chest. I feel the presence of God. For me, it's a sacrifice. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. It's for Jesus because he died on the cross for us. The least I can do is do this sacrifice. For healing purposes, it's for forgiveness, it's for everything.
Jesus died on the cross for you. The least you could do is crawl a mile on your knees. And you're doing Jesus a favor too. What the? What do you think about that, Hake? Hake is the host of the HakeReport.com Monday through Friday, right after the JOP show from 9 to 11. And an expert here on the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. And the Anchor Baby is the host of the American Anchor Baby, right after the Hake Report, Monday through Friday. And expert here on the JLP Show. When you think about that, is that a way to confront the pride and ego? We're both the same.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because it's like a ritual to symbolize something, but it's not like the real thing. I feel like the real thing is like a day-to-day, in the moment, having the wherewithal, living in the spirit as the Bible says.
Okay. So you don't think that's a good way? This man crawled for an hour.
Yeah.
He got holes in his pants.
Well, I think that they were just dirty.
Oh. They weren't holy.
Yeah, they do these symbolic things at Christian camps and churches and things like that.
Oh.
And they become traditions.
So he bled, James. He was bleeding.
I saw him bleeding, too.
Through the pants, his knees, right?
Yeah, he was bleeding.
Yep.
James trying to diminish it.
I'm just saying I didn't see holes in his
You're
pants.
trying to take away the
They were
man's
just
pride.
black marked.
What?
They were just black marked.
Amazing. Were there holes in the pants, Nick?
I don't know about that one.
Vindicated.
Amazing. And is that a good way to confront the pride within yourself, Nick?
No.
And you say no?
It
Why?
probably just, if it did anything, it was make his ego bigger.
Especially on video.
That's a good point, Nick. Everybody see him crawling way up there, all for Jesus. Because Jesus died on the cross. That's a good point.
Like if it did anything, right? If we're going to make a Venn diagram of things that possibly happened, like what for sure didn't happen is like becoming one with God. Like that's not, it's just not. It's just, I don't care what you tell me, a physical action.
I'm telling
And then
you.
number two, if there's anything that did happen, it was increasing his ego. So I'd be surprised if it didn't. One thing I didn't see though is footage of the woman crawling. I was wondering about that.
I didn't see that when it first played, but I saw it right now.
The woman that was cheering him on
And there was
crawled
one crawling.
as
No, there was
No, there
another-
was just multiple people crawling.
Right.
Yeah,
up ahead.
I don't know if that's the part that I didn't get. I didn't see
What
her
the-
crawling. What happened? What happened?
That
to
mama's
following
like,
him?
"Come on, baby, you got this, baby."
She's just like happily walking up, like
She
You
walking.
gotta do this for Christ too, or what's going on? You're not gonna follow me?
It's voluntary. Men
Oh,
tend to
so-
prostrate
okay.
themselves.
I see your voluntary. No, I got you. No, it's clear.
It's such a thing. They even have a doggy door under the gate. Did you see the opening under the fence
No,
that he crawled through?
he did.
Yep.
Wow. So, like Derek says, rejecting comfort is spiritual medicine, just like fasting. So, is Derek saying that helped the pride you got rid of the pride by crawling?
But rejecting comfort temporarily in this way is merely a modern play of spiritual medicine, and is really an ego boost.
And it sounds like if I
And you
didn't
go right back to it. Let me pull out my phone right after, and just like, all right, baby, what are we gonna eat? 'Cause she has no blood on her knees.
I didn't see the doggy gate. So it sounds like it's a plan. That's what the preacher been telling them to do.
Yeah. It's more like a doggy door opening.
Oh.
But he recorded it for everybody to see.
For the world to see. So that
More people,
pride,
and now more people are going to want to do it just because they saw him do it.
it's like those people that asked Mary to pray for them. What the So I had a quick question for you guys, another one. And I'll start with you on this one, Nick. There are people who love doing things for other people. They go out of their way, men and women, to do things for others. They'll carry you to the airport, they'll do whatever, right? And they just love it, they say. And you ask us, why do you do so many different things for others? You go out of your way and to do things for others. You travel to different states, countries, whatever it takes. You get up in the morning before you go to work and drive them to and from the airport. Why do you do that? And they said, well, I just love it. I love helping people. I just love doing it. I love it, they say. And when you listen to them say that, they're smiling, they seem happy, and they say they love doing what they do. I just love it, they say. What do you say about that, Nick?
This is a really interesting line of conversation, because essentially what I think about it, and this requires some more time, and I hope we could do it here in this moment to give this a better answer. But the reason I think I get this like phony feeling from it is because it doesn't seem. The reason it doesn't make sense, I can say maybe later, but I always get this impression that it doesn't make sense, that it's not something genuine to want to be this person like saving the world. It's usually something else. And I guess that sounds cynical, but you got to understand that, like, for example, you see people, the proof is when, let's say they don't get exactly what they want or something. They'll get mad. I mean, this requires a little bit more thought. This actually really is interesting, but can you give me a second?
Okay.
This is actually really good.
Why Nick is smoking on it and because of time hate. When you think about people who say they go out of their way to always do for others, and they just love doing it. And to add a little bit more information, they love doing it for others more so than doing for themselves. If it's time to do something for themselves, they're like, oh, I don't feel like it. I'll put it off for tomorrow. But if it's doing for others, they're like, love it. They get so much joy from it. And you ask, why are you doing this? And they say, I love it. And they are smiling and happy. You look at them and they're just happy that they're doing for others. More so what they'll even do for themselves. What do you say about that?
That they're chasing feelings and pride. Because when you help somebody, you feel good, quote unquote, help somebody or do good for other people. You feel good. You feel like you're making a difference or something, or like you're absolving your guilt or whatever. And then it's kind of like the crawling to the Church of Our Lady. You do that thing, and then you ignore kind of your own moment-to-moment life.
But they just love doing it for others.
They're like the world.
They just love it.
That's the world. It's like the world's false values of like godliness. It's like a false imitation of godliness type stuff.
I have a family member like that, and all his life he's just been doing everything for everybody else. Just love it. And you ask, well, why are you always doing that? Oh, I just love it. I feel so good when I do it. I just love doing for others. And they're all happy. And because they're laughing and seem happy, you think, oh, okay. You want to add anything to that, Nick?
I've never met anyone who's just doesn't have the other side to that coin, where they have a problem with the people that they're helping. And so it's not just a cynicism of everyone's. Maybe it is true. The heart is all dark, but I guess people can maybe think they have a good motivation, but they always have this other side of the coin where they have a problem with these people they're helping. That I'm not getting exactly what I get back. Oh, I do so much for the world, but I'm a victim. Another thing about life is like, I noticed that it's hard to, like when someone lends someone money, someone asked me, should I ask my friend for money? They were about to get some money from a friend, and they were asking if it was a good idea.
Right.
Another thing I realize about people is that very rarely do people do something without an agenda, without wanting something. So be very careful, actually, with the person who's like, yeah, sure, I'll give you that money. It's very rare that it's not some other motive. And it doesn't have to even be that dark, like I'm going to kill you, but I'm just rambling a bit, but this is really good. This is a really good topic.
The whole world has propaganda about helping people, helping others, and stuff like that. Going to Africa, or TV shows about helping people or saving the world or whatever. And then we have these politicians who are pushing for, like, you know, the socialism, the free stuff, helping the poor or helping the kids or whatever. And it's fake and it's more destructive than not.
Well, how about when they get that smile and that giggling feeling? I just love it. You ask, well, why are you doing all this for everybody else? I just love it.
It's the thrills. There's this whole TV show that I sometimes will see, and it's all about, and they openly talk about, oh, I like this feeling. I'm going to be a good guy now. And they're a bunch of criminals who turn into good guys because they like the feeling of, quote unquote, helping people.
Amazing. Yes, Nick?
It's just also not even like a thing that's that possible, that you can help, you can give someone stuff. You can give someone what someone asks. You can do a favor for them. Those are all things you could do.
Right.
But it's like, what's that mean? Help, love. Rarely can you really even help someone. So that's why I get skeptical. My spidey senses go off. Oh, I'm a very helpful person, all that. It's hard to, it's a little untrustworthy because what are you really helping? You're saying you're just giving people stuff, or are you actually helping people? And that actual hope, I think that exists. There's a right way of helping, I think. I don't know if I can correctly explain it right now, but that's what I'm getting at.
They haven't crucified their flesh with its passions and desires. It's in the Bible. That's Galatians 5:24.
It's in the Word. Amazing.
It's in the Bible.
I know for a fact that when people gushy like that about helping everybody, they just love it. They run up and down the road, always helping, just helpful. And they say they love it. They really hate what they love. Because you always hate what you love. And they get used. And when they find out that they're being used, they're mad at the people for using them. They say, oh, you took advantage of me. I helped you. I did this for you. Now you want to do this for me, blah, blah, blah. And they hate the people that they helped. And I used to think that when people all gushy about helping everybody, and they mama just all over the place, and they are like all bubbling about it, men and women, I thought that was love, and that's hate. And they are running away from facing it's like pot or mushroom, or any drug. It's another form of escaping. And that's why you get used, and you get mad because the people use you, but you open yourself up to be used. Oh, you just keep on using me until you use me up. It's hate. It's not love. So when they're bubbling about what they just love helping others, it's a form of escape, and it's a sign of hate. I'm like, why don't you do for yourself? Oh, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like doing this or doing that for myself. It's you love what you hate, and you hate what you love. And that you can bank on and never worry. Anytime you love, you're hating. And as Nick said, there is a right way of helping and a right time. And you don't have a love or hate relationship with it. You do it because you see it's the right thing to do, and you get no thrill from it at all. Zero thrill. When you do it out of real love, not emotional love. False humility or hate?
I was calling it false humility. This crawling stuff and this helping stuff.
Yep. All of it false.
Yeah.
It's not real. It's unfortunate, though, because a lot of people have been taught to be that way. You be helpful. You go over to Africa and you feed the hunger, and never mind if you're putting in the Africa business people out of business.
That's what I'm saying. This is just like the world. The Christians are no different from the whole world, because the world is doing that, and the world celebrates that.
We did a story a while back where these Christians were going over to Africa and feeding the poor and taking rice and all kind of stuff and feeding the quote-unquote hunger. And the African people were saying, don't come here, don't be coming over here with that. You put us out of business because they're getting it free from you. You don't love us enough that you help us stay in business? Or do you get the thrill of coming to help and bringing all this food and stuff, putting the businesses out of business? Where's the love in that? Amazing. Last word, Nick.
That's it.
Last word, Haiti.
Don't fall for it.
It's time to overcome the fallen nature. Human nature is evil. And they do things and call it love and call it good. And you can't get them to see that what you're doing is evil and not good, because in order for them to see it, then who will I be if I can't help? Who will I be if I'm not running around doing this stuff? They say. Paul is the first time caller out of New York. Paul, you are on the air.
Hi, Jesse. I'm so glad to talk to you. I love your show.
Thank you, Paul.
Yes, I have some great news for you. You probably maybe heard about it. Maybe your audience did. We got some great news. Jesus is definitely the Messiah. They have proof now. I saw a documentary on the shroud. You know the Shroud of Turin, the burial cloth?
No.
He was buried over. He had a cloth laid over him, and this is fact. This is history. So the Catholic Church was asked if they could do a study on it. The first one was years back. They said, "Oh no, we took a sample. They only allowed edges. They didn't want the shroud to be torn up or pieces from the middle. They took it from the edge where people over the years touched it and opened it. They said, oh, it's only 700 years old. So that's not Jesus' cloth." But then the Catholic Church later on says, let's give them permission to go into the middle of it, because maybe that's going to give them proof. And good news, they found out that the image in there had all of the markings on the feet, the hands, where he was stabbed in the chest, or the crown of thorns. They did the study on the blood. They said that's not blood of a normal male human being. And here's the best part. They took a sample they look into the sample of the image. You could actually see. Did you ever see it, Jerry, the shroud, a picture of it?
No, I haven't.
Look it up. You could see his face. You could see where the crown was, where the beard was. And what they did was they studied how did that image show up. They said nothing in those times could have made that image. That was of high power laser beams of today. They didn't have lasers back then, and they didn't have what do you call them? They didn't have lasers. They didn't have any kind of electricity, so nothing could have made that image except something that wasn't from that time. It had to be high powered lasers.
Did they have
what?
Did they have AI back then?
No, no AI back then. So nothing could have made that image. So isn't that 100% proof that had to have been Jesus? Because nothing could have made an image of a person on a cloth.
That is
Look it
zero
up. Look
proof.
up the picture. Go ahead.
That's zero proof. And there's nothing about the Catholic religion that you can believe at all. The Catholic religion is phonier than a drag queen, a man in a woman's dress.
Oh God, no! It can't be. It could be.
No,
and it could be.
And
it could be
nothing
the truth. It could be
one of the
some truth
reasons
on it.
that human beings are confused about God and religions today is because of the Catholic Church.
Well, I look at it as I'm just listening to all the teachings from the Bible. I don't listen to other little things. But this is a study done by colleges.
No.
I mean, all those people could have been looked into. Are these authentic, real people that they're not Catholic? They were different religions doing that. They were people of other religions, and they said they converted after that.
No, those are scribes and Pharisees.
I don't know. Maybe what if this is truth, that there really is the Shroud of Turin?
It's not true.
You never know. What if it
I'm
maybe
telling
is?
you for a fact, if the Catholic Church said it, it ain't true.
No, they didn't do it. They allowed scientists of every colleges around the world.
Even worship Mary.
No, we only pray to Mary as in talking to her.
Why are you praying to Mary?
Because he left on the cross. He said, "Behold your mother." In other words, he left. He
just meant if he said that. I doubt if he said that, but let's say he said.
It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. He said, "Behold your mother." In other words, he leaves us a mother
that
to
didn't
talk
mean
to.
worship mama. That means take care of mama. She getting old.
No, I really think that this could be true. I mean, we
It's
can't
not
prove
true,
that it
Paul.
is. I don't know because
No, Paul,
it
I
makes,
know for a fact it's not true. I know for a
Look
fact
up-
you're not supposed
okay.
to worship Mary.
No, we don't. Worship is praying and bowing and talking that way. But
And
we
crawling.
we talk to her as a person in our lives, like a mother.
That's
So he left
insane.
us-
Mary is dead.
I know, but according to our religion, she has in heaven. She can listen to our prayers.
According to your religion, and you believe religion, and knowing that God has nothing to do with religion.
Yeah, but I know. But I'm just saying
He's
that
not
these are-
even
these are-
in religion. Why would you pay any attention to religion when you know that God and his son had nothing to do with any religion at all? Why do you listen to men and women talk that crap?
I know. I thought you were what do you call it? Something to do with religion, preacher or something. You were some kind. You do something. I mean,
That's
what do
why
you
I'm
do when you
telling
like?
you not to listen to all that. Look within, and you shall know the truth. But as long
yes,
as you're listening
yes.
to the Catholic and the Orthodox and the Christians and all that,
Oh
you,
no Christians.
you
They
would-
don't believe in anything I believe in. They say no Eucharist, don't receive, don't do this, don't do that.
But that's
you can't
still
do this.
Christian is Catholic.
Yeah, Christian. Yes, it's not the Roman Catholic where we believe in like the presence of Jesus. They don't believe that the Eucharist. They said that's just bread. It's a symbol of giving out to others and being together and talking about Jesus. In other
But
words,
Paul,
they
let
don't
me
actually.
tell you, I got to run, but I like okra, but I'm not into the Eucharist. Do you like okra?
I know. Yeah, it's just so-so. It's a vegetable I had only once in a while.
It's so good, especially with some collard greens and cornbread, and then
Yeah.
a little fried bacon. Oh my
Right.
God!
Oh, one quick question. You don't receive the Eucharist?
Who?
The Eucharist, the body. You know, when the priest does the transubstantiation, the bread
bread
into
and
water,
wine.
the body. You don't receive?
No. What the?
Yeah. Okay, wait, listen to this. Did Jesus at the Last Supper say, take this, all of you, and eat. This is my body.
Right.
And then this is my blood. Drink my blood. In other words, he left that for us so we could physically have him inside of us.
No.
That's why that's
He didn't
at the
mean for
Last
you to
Supper.
worship it. He was telling you when you eat and drink,
My blood, he says, my body. He
Right,
says
but
in the-
listen. He was saying eat and drink to remember, not to forget. Don't get high
Right.
off your drinks. Don't get high off your food. Don't escape. Stay
Right.
present. That's all he
But
meant.
how come-
He didn't want
Right, but
you
how
to
come-
worship it.
I know, but how come he said, if you don't eat my flesh and drink my blood, you won't have my life inside of you? That's in the Bible.
Right, because when you eat and drink, you forget about him.
No, he says, if you don't eat my flesh and drink my blood, you won't
Paul.
have me physically inside
Paul,
of you.
I would love to continue, but I got it.
Okay, we'll talk another time.
Yeah, call me again. We have Bible
wanted-
Thought for Thursday on Thursday.
Yeah, we could talk again because I grew up in the Bronx, and you know who I used to work with? The first rap group that ever made it famous. They were called Africa Bambaataa and the Soul Sonic Force, 1982 in the Bronx. They were the first black
Well,
rap
no
group.
wonder you believe in the Yucca.
No, I'm just saying I used to work with them. I don't know what their religion was. I just worked with them, and that was the first song that white people actually listened to. It's called Planet Rock. You probably know that's
Maybe,
some-
but Paul,
one
I
of your
got to
staff.
run, Paul.
Yeah, we'll talk another time. But
all right, buddy. Stay away from the
just look
Yucca.
up Shrouded Tour and the
I got to run, Paul. Super chat. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.